What's up with you? What's up with you? We got my audio on. I didn't do it last time. We cut it on, man. What's up with you? What's up? We figured out some advice, man. All of this black fatigue and all of that stuff. Let's let me give you guys some advice. We talked about living in your fears. We're gonna talk about how to deal with a rambling, irrational, and when they decide to do it, they can do what they want to do. They certainly can live their life any kind of way they want to. But when they become thugs, I'm not talking about no race stuff where every black person is a thug. No, I'm talking about behavior. I'm talking about when they start behaving like that. I'm gonna give you some advice how to deal with it. I'm not every black person is not a thug. Okay, let's get that down understood. Um, or individuals, whatever irrational individuals. I'm gonna show you how to deal with it. Pull on up, man. We finna get in this. How do you contain a ranting thug, right? Now, say you've been out smashing somebody's, woman, right? Come on, let's be for real. That stuff happens. Say she's playing you and him. Say she's lying to you. Say she told you she's single. She told you she's single. She said, "Hey, I'm single." She's not. She's telling another guy, she's with him. So whatever, it gets out. You in the community, you walk in and here the guy comes up to you talking crazy, mad disrespectful. You looking at him like just accusing you of things. Now, you're not going to be able to talk to that person. You're just simply not. This is where a lot of people get in trouble. They think they can discuss it. They think there's some clarity. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, she's lying to me. Oh, she told me. No, bro, it's not going to matter. You have been considered tried and found guilty. Once he finds you, he's going to then play the victim. He's going to come to you, ranting, making himself the victim. You've done something. You've done something to me. What are you talking about? You sleeping with my wife. You sleeping with my girlfriend. Hey man, who you talking about? Oh, what? I didn't know. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you knew. You knew. And right there, you shouldn't say anything. You shouldn't run. Okay. But I'm saying you're gonna have to get away from that person in a sense. Let them get it out. And obviously now if it's physical, that's a completely different thing. Okay. Somebody puts hands on you or pulls out a weapon, that's assault, that's different. But what I'm saying is don't let that person verbally assault you and paint you with lies. That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. You see them, you could be at the airport. I saw and I'm not gonna play none of those videos. There's a man sitting in an airplane. A woman was there, and they got in an argument. He should have never got in an argument with her. That's the stewardess. Let her say whatever she wants. You direct that to somebody else. You redirect that. You redirect that. They're not going to tell the truth. They're not going to be irrational. They're not rational. They are going to assault. They're going to verbally assault you. They're going to lie. That's another thing. They live in lies. They don't live in reality, man. They live in lies. I, I've seen I've seen thugs justify just about anything. I've seen thugs beat up. It was a guy. He was a nerd. Beat 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 the brakes off a nerd, and the whole time the thug was saying the nerd was bothering him. Nerd hadn't said nothing to him, but and you when you're around people like that, you see that they don't live in the real world. It's like, man, why you beating the shit out this man? Oh, he's been harassing me on social media. He said you can look at the dude and say that dude ain't harassed nobody, but he wanted to do it. And the nerd tried to discuss it, and then he used that. He twisted his words, he assaulted that man. You can't look. Don't even. I don't know what to say. That I mean, we got to live our lives, right? But don't try to talk to them, man. They're not going to be rational people, and they're always right. And they live in a fantasy land. They live in a delusional. They live in delusion where no matter what they do, they can hit your car. You could be out riding. Boom, they ran into you like a normal person. You get out of the car. You want to see how much damage was done with an expectation they're going to hand you their insurance. They're not. They're not. If you ain't careful, you're going to get run over. You're going to get run over. They're going to back the car up. Yeah, they hit you. Yeah, it was their fault. But it's not going to be where you say, "Give me your insurance." No, they're going to become violent, and they'll run you over. That's almost happened to me 3 times, and now I know better. When I get in a car wreck, I stay in the car. I stay in the car. I, I do not. I'm not brave enough to get into the street and get run over by the person who hit me from behind. Now, if you've never dealt with people like this, that's fine. Good for you. Good for you. But if you've dealt with them, unfortunately, I had. You got to know how to deal with. You cannot try to discuss. They're not. Let me tell you something. When they get into this thug mode, when they go into that, they get into that thug mode. You cannot ration with them. You cannot explain anything to them, and they actually use that fuels their fire. And also they also interpret it as weakness. You're trying to explain something to me. They you cannot. So no. I'm not saying argue with them. I'm not. I'm saying you're not going to be able to discuss it, and you're going to have to, deal with it accordingly. If you got to conceal and carry, if it gets to that, but you're not going to be able to communicate with this person. If you at the airport, if you at the mall, if they go on these tangents, there's really nothing you can do other than something violent, other than something physical. You cannot talk to them. And I'm not even getting to criminal. If they're criminals, oh, they know exactly what they're doing. People do have mental problems, and they do. They struggle amongst us, They just mentally ill. So they can't handle stress. So they'll run into the back of you, and because they're mentally ill, they'll accuse you of something wrong. Okay, we give those people a break, but there are people out there who are criminals. And this is a tactic they use to take advantage of the unknowing. I'm not saying weak, but the unknowing. When you unknowing, yeah, they'll twist your words. I'm telling you, man, they're crafty about that. They'll twist your words. They'll justify it. It don't matter. They'll justify it. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You did it. You hit my car. No, you ran into the back of me. No, it's your fault. What you gonna do to fix my car? You hit me. Now I'm gonna tell you why I'm even doing this. I had an experience, bro. These people, let me tell you something. These ranting, rambling thugs, and that's all they are. And I do sort of get on thugs. I don't like thugs. I don't like what they are. I don't like what they do to the community. I really don't like the way they've been embraced. I don't like that at all. They've just fucking been embraced, and you're supposed to look at that shit as funny. That shit ain't funny, man. That is not. They are not funny, and they are not an example of a black person. They are animals, and they should be treated as such. You can't broker a conversation of any. You're not gonna be able to get anything out of those people. They're going to lie. They're going to rant. A lot of times, a black man, when you dating black women, here come their cousin, and you can tell her, "Hey, listen, I worked hard for everything I got. We're doing something good, but your cousin, he's a thug. I don't want him over here. I don't want to argue with him. He's wrong. I don't sit here and argue with this thug." Then he gets mad because he's stupid. And then some kind of way it's my fault. Hey, it's not my fault you're stupid. You understand? Now you guys following me now, right? You dating, she's doing great. Here he comes. He done left water in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? He done peed all over the seat. He got his feet on the couch. You're like, man, you don't do that. And then he's testing you. He's like, I'm gonna see if he's scared. He's scared to tell me something. You can't do that, man. And that's not the way you want to live. And they exist. And I'm trying to give you some help how to deal with them. You got to do it up front. You got to shut it down. If they show up with some oversized um, flea market basketball shorts, they're thugs. They're troublemakers. They're troublemakers. If you go and look at the contemporary image that you see on these social media pages, they're troublemakers. They're troublemakers. They're going to, and one thing about Kevin Samuels, he said, the way your appearance, and he was 100%, he hit a home run on that one. He said, as a man, period, but then as a black man, your appearance is everything. How you present yourself to the world is everything. And you are in total control of that. Man, he said all this thug stuff, all of these Nikes and oversized t-shirts. He's telling you, man, the way you're going to be perceived, people are going to perceive you probably like the next guy. The guys who came before, the guy before you who tore the place up dressed like that, they're going to assume you're like that. And now, is that fair? No. But he's right. And I live in a black community, and I don't like. I looked at the news. I swear, just yesterday, two men got shot. Some dude killed his girlfriend. Nah, I'm not trying to find this stuff. It's right there in the community. Some dude, uh, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, booked. Some girl he met, I guess she tried to break up with him. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See, it's not funny. It's real. People really get hurt. And it's not the appropriate way to live. And if that's what you want to do, man, I'm telling you, don't argue with them. And be smart enough to see that they're trying to justify they're a criminal. They're nothing but a criminal, and they're trying to justify being a criminal, and they're trying to convince you that them being a criminal is acceptable, and you got to accept them like that. No, once they acknowledge they're criminals, you deal with them accordingly. That's up to you. Do you want to deal with criminals? When I know somebody's a criminal, I don't deal with them. I'm not going to sit around listening to no fucking criminal. Why would I do that? It makes no sense. You listen, and actually, they only have power when you argue with them. And let the thug win the argument. You got to, if you out driving, boom. You see the people they're screaming, yelling, acting a fool. You stay in the car. You film everything. And let them lie. Let them say, hey, you hit me. Let the people, the courts to decide. I'm telling you, bro. They're going to, if they come into court acting like, they're going to know it's their fault. And you can't have no fear, man. That's one of the biggest problems with us, especially black men. We give too many passes. You can't get no pass, man. You got to let them know up front. You got to tell them up front, and that's up to them. Hey, man, you got to get your foot off my seat. I don't give a fuck how many chains you got on your neck. I don't give a fuck how oversized your clothes are. You got to get your foot off my shit. Hey, man, you got to move. Hey, y'all making too much noise. You got to shut up, man. Hey, man, I can hear you all the way in my house. I can hear your profane language in my house. Yeah, you got to shut them down. Now we're going to get into the next stage, the self protection and all of that. I mean, some of them. And that's how the way you deal with them is you get them away and you let them know you are that dude. You that type of dude. Say, hey man, that dude right there, he ain't gonna let us play basketball. He ain't gonna let us put a goal up on the pole and back at the back. No, he's gonna say something. That guy there, he don't let you can't come over there looking like that. There you go. And now, that's the thing people don't realize. They're like roaches. Once you start doing that to them, they're just like roaches. Once you start doing that to them, guess what? They leave you alone. They go on about their business because they prey on the weak. They do not prey on the strong. They don't even want to equal. If you equal, they don't even want to deal with you then. Now you can come at them. I wouldn't do that. See, the problem with that is you get involved with the law and stuff like that. And then you got to fight them and shooting at. See, that's what I mean when you coming at them. I get that. I'm an aggressor. I'm a thug, man. I'm gonna get thugged up. See, then now you got to deal with them in a physical way, and I don't think you have to, and I don't think you should have to, and I don't think it's smart. I don't think you're using your brain. I think that if that's how they want to live their life, they just tip their hat, and they don't require that type of attention from your life. You let them know that you're not going to accept that type of behavior. And I hate to go here. I hate to go here. I hate to go here. But if they're thugs and your kids, if your kid brings home, you see your kid hanging out, no, in their family, they're a bunch of fucking thugs, and they think that shit funny. Tell them they can't play with your kid. Don't let them use that race shit. You say, hey, now you tell him. You say you can't hang out with no thug. They say them the same Negroes when they go to jail, they're gonna be whining. They're gonna be talking about how the white man put them in jail and they should let us out. You don't want to be around people like that. Be responsible for what you do. I'm teaching you to be a responsible adult. And I'm telling you from this day, do not associate with those thugs. And see, that's the problem with black people. We're afraid of that. Look, we know this YouTube channel. We understand this Negroes on the channel playing to the white supremacists, playing the game with him, telling him the Officer Tatum's. We know that, right? We know that, right? We know that. So, but we have to understand this shit is real. There are bad people among us. And if this is what they choose to do, they have to be separated. They're not civilized. There is nothing cool about being a thug. There's nothing cool about losing your temper if somebody asks you, to move out the way. You lose your temper if somebody looks at you, in your opinion, too long. He looking at me. And you think that justifies a screaming rampage. You don't have to deal with that, man. Now, I will warn you about these women. You better be careful because a lot of these women be sleeping with them. And I'm telling you, man, you better be careful with these women, man. They'll drag you in the way of a thug in a minute. In a minute. I'm not even talking about coming through the window. I'm talking about just in life. You would have to deal with that, man. And that's one of the big problems in the black community. We let these people have so much motion in our world. We think, and when I get out, look, man, listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Fuck all the talk, okay? All that talk, that ain't nothing but talk. Go get your pistol, go get your conceal and carry, and load it up, and you'll win. You're going to get the drop on them. Don't let these clowns think, like when you look at something like a no jumper, that's nigga stuff. None of that's cool, man. That's jail talk. You don't have to live like that to make it. Those are criminals. No, we know it's embracing. Yeah, white man making the money off. That's criminal stuff. Don't listen. That ain't nothing cool about that. Those are thugs. Those are thugs. Now, protecting your family, you are gonna have to drop them, but you're not gonna be able to communicate with them because see, they don't live. The thug, his mind is to confuse you, especially when he knows you're smarter than him. Then he tries to intimidate you and get you into explaining. I grew up around them. I can almost predict when the punch coming. When they get you to explaining, even though they are wrong, they swing it. You don't explain nothing to them. If he say you a bitch ass, whatever, you say you're right. I am. You step and tell him on that. Say I'm ready. You're right. You don't even tell me shut up. Tell me you ain't gonna do nothing. Man, get your ass out. You ain't doing but talk. You ain't gonna do nothing. You don't try to explain nothing. Hey man, you smashed my old lady. Yeah? Wait a minute, man. So you smashed my old lady. What about it? Man, you smashed my man. Shut the fuck up talking to me. You ain't gonna do nothing. He's not rational. And don't say, well, you deserve to get no, you don't deserve that. That's on him. He make a move. You defend yourself. But don't do that. I'm telling you, I done seen it. I've sat back, I've watched dudes go after nerds or weaker people, weaker men, and those weaker men start trying to explain. Don't explain nothing to these niggas. Don't even begin to explain. That's what they want. And guess what? Legally, you 100% in the right. You were walking away. The man kept coming up on you. You put his ass down. You don't have to explain nothing to these. You don't owe these niggas no fucking explanation what you do. Live your life. Live your life. Let them get mad. Hey, he called the police on us. We was playing basketball. Were you making too much noise? Yeah, but see, I don't like him, so you don't have to like me. When you get out, you have to like me. I don't care about you liking me. You ain't gonna dribble that ball. I don't give a damn what your kids ain't got nowhere to play. Maybe you need to move. You're not gonna disturb my peace, man. I could kick. You gonna kick your? Come kick it. See, that's the problem with us, man. We don't want to live civilized. We want to live on. See, that messes you up. You have to let other people be uncivilized to keep the peace. If I don't let them dribble their basketball, if uh, I don't let them trap the house out next door. Have drug sales, and I got excited. Hey, how you doing today, Miss Linda? Hey, baby. No, I'm gonna say, hey, you can't do a drug trade next to my house. My wife and my kids in here. Oh, you a hating ass nigga. Man, don't fall for that, man. Don't fall for that. Take it to the next level. You did what you needed to do. You warned them, they threatened you. You put their ass on paperwork. Put their black asses on paperwork. And let me tell you something. I've been in my share. I've been in my share of trap houses. I still cop something. I get that. I'm willing to accept the consequence though. If a niggas run up in there and shut it down, they can lock me up too. But no, man, you gotta respect people. Everybody ain't ultra ghetto and out of control. And I move when I'm with whenever I see a thug, I'm black, and he start getting wild, I move way. He sees me, I go way almost 15 feet. I don't say nothing. I've done it at the airport when they start screaming. I move. Ain't no solidarity over here, bro. Yeah, I'm black. You, that's you. I have no idea what you're talking about. These white folks, man, they discriminate. Okay, well, here go my tickets. Oh, there you go, sir. All right, well, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh, turns out you got a stolen credit card. Oh, your license is suspended and they won't let you steal. Oh, God, so you wanted me to co-sign that and you the one got the bad paperwork. And we got to put this out. Like I said, this black fatigue and all that stuff. Hey, man, that's unfortunately, I don't believe in that, but unfortunately, there's some people amongst us who have who are problematic. And now on the community, like I said, we embrace that stuff. I don't like that stuff, man. I'm a grown man. When you're a grown man and you're trying to live in this world and raise kids and do the right thing, you can't have people like that being embraced. That ain't the way to live. I grew up all around that stuff. Fortunately, I had people in my life who told me right from wrong. Yeah, he's a thug, but he's wrong. Yeah, oh, he's getting away with it here. The community ain't said nothing. But he is a thug and he's an animal. See, I don't look up to that. And I've been on YouTube, these monkeys, some of these monkeys think I look up. I don't look up to no shit like that, bro. I'm glad my family wasn't no jailhouse niggas. You got a bunch of people that were raised by criminals. They daddy was a criminal. They mama was a hoe. I'm supposed to look up to that? I don't know. Yeah. I don't have nothing in common with nobody like that. Yeah, and that's one thing about I don't like YouTube when they do that. YouTube let these criminals come on here. I don't like that. Like, man, these people are fucking felons. And they got YouTube channels. Like, why you let these animals come on the YouTube? And I know a lot of them are. I know. I know a lot of them. I know. See, that's one thing they can't fool me. I know the game. I know you niggas criminals. You can't fool me with that. You can come over here and put on a suit and tie, and you come over here and talk like you're a good citizen. No, you're a criminal. You're a criminal. And you got to stand on it. Did we talk about that? Stand on it. Fuck these niggas. I didn't tell you to be a thug. Old dusty nigga. Whole conversation is how to be a thug ball. And you supposed to look up to that. Why would I look up to a guy like that? I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Like the stream. And I'm proud there are no thugs in my family. I'm proud of that. My father, my mother, I'm proud. My mother was I'm a church woman, raised by a church woman. Bible thumping, sanctified lady. And I'm sitting up there talking to a fucking monkey, and his mama was a hoe. And let me say this, that you can't control that. I get that. But I'm just trying to make a point. Unfortunately, you're right. The language is harsh. The language is harsh. I apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to make a point. I trying to make a point the way the black community try to uh, uh, force you as a black man to be a criminal. The hip hop music, all of that stuff. I don't want to be a criminal. And that's the thing. You can't really live your best life that way. Yeah, you'll get a little money. You'll get a car. You'll get a little box. But damn, you should want more out of life. Look at Elon Musk. Look at this man. Look at the way he living. He don't live small like that. And people say, yeah, why would you want to? Look at No Jumper. Look at the trash on No Jumper. Joe Jumper. I mean, no jumper. Look at the filth that goes on No Jumper. And then look at Elon Musk. And you tell me who's really living a blessed life. I see Ray J in the hospital. And your heart don't get stronger. It gets weak. When it's weak, you can't get it strong. You can stabilize it. But they said he doesn't put more damage on his heart. Ray J's a fool, bro. If it wasn't if Ray J wasn't Brandy's brother, Ray J would have been knocked. Somebody would have been popped him. Ray J's a pussy ass nigga. You want to talk about somebody playing or want to be tough? Ray J ain't no tough dude, man. And ain't none of these Negroes bulletproof. So when people start saying that tough stuff, like who gonna fight you, bro? Nigga, I'm not gonna do no MMA with you. I'm gonna pop your ass in the head, in the forehead. And I'm a smart dude. I'm gonna do it, get away with it legally, because I'm smarter than you. So when they come investigate it, guess what? It's all your fault. They gonna pat me on my head. They gonna give me my gun back, and I'm gonna watch them put your ass in a package, and ship your ass like pork chops back to your mama. See, we starting to get in. Come on, man. Let's get into this. Let's tell the truth over here. Let's shame the devil, man. What's up with you? What's up with you, though? hey, Jerome, they have to be, yeah, Jerome, a lot of them do. A lot of them do it, but that ain't the way you should live. And when you say the black youth, there's a lot of misguided black youth. I hate the fact that they find these criminals and they give them all this bad advice because see, one thing about being a tough guy is always somebody tougher than you. I could go out here and run the block and they could throw me in jail. Guess what? I get raped because I'm tough in my little neighborhood. But I go into that jailhouse, bro. Guess what? I ain't tough no more. So guess what they're gonna do to me? And then that guy realized he should have never lived this life to begin with. He should have never made those decisions. But see, that's why I'm telling people now. That's why I'm telling people now. You don't want to live your life like that, man. And we got to get that out. Now we don't need to be punks. We don't need to be punks, but we got to outsmart the criminal class in our community. We got to outsmart them. Right now, we're not doing it. People say it's liberals. They said and it makes sense. I don't know if I agree with that, but they do. Liberals do embrace black people in a sense. They don't live. They don't live next to. They don't live next to. They'll give you a fish fry, but they ain't gonna live in your neighborhood, man. We know that. We know that, man. And the community is mostly good. It's only a handful of people. He said the whole prison culture and having pride is, damaging a generation. And you get to go, I can go to a Walmart. I can go to Walmart and I can watch men. It's sad too, man. Man, I can't watch that. Like me, when I see a pit bull, if I see a pit bull and he's rolling around and they say, oh, he's just a big puppy. I don't like that. I mean, personally, they can do what they want with their dog, but I don't like that. I say, why'd you do that to that dog? That's an aggressive breed. That's a pit. Isn't that his nature? You wanted a pit, right? Oh, why? If you wanted a poodle, why didn't you go buy a poodle? You turn your pit into a poodle. Yeah, I do not like that. That's weird to me. It's like his nature is to be aggressive, and you robbed him of that. And the best thing to do, like I said, is don't try to argue with them. They're not going to make sense. And this is what you got to remember. That's deliberate. Don't think, let me clarify. No, they're deliberately confusing to listen to. And they see your attempt to try to explain yourself as you a bitch. That's how they look at it. That's why you don't try to explain nothing to them. Be just as well. I wouldn't even. You could do that. I would be just as confused. Yeah, that's on page. Don't Don't waste your time, man. And we got to get out of this prison culture, man. It's really messed up. It's done left. It done left us in a messed up. And coming from a position, um, and it's just the way they see the world, man. They don't see the world the way you see it. And also, they see you as a victim. When they see you, they're going to see you as a victim, which means they're going to try you. How do you deal with them? Like I said, don't. Now, I didn't say run from them or avoid them. I said don't talk to them. High and by. What's up, player? What's up? High and by. Next thing you know, you're moving to the other side of the room. You know his thug. You ain't fucking with that thug, man. And let me tell you why you can't trust him. That you cannot trust a thug. And all I need is one time. If I see you do it once, you'll never see me around you. I mean, yeah, I got to, go to work, but I'm not going to deal with you. The compromised Negro. Too many Negroes are compromised. They just compromise, bro. And they all scared of the white man. They're terrified of the white man. Oh, they'll do that menacing stuff to you, but they are absolutely terrified. And I know they are. I see them. I see them. I see them in the hood thugging it out. And the white man show up and they be on their best behaviors. I done been to the sports bar and they over in the corner, loud. That white man go over there, shut their ass up. They don't complain. They don't talk to him. You ask them to be quiet, they gonna say something to you. He asked them to be quiet, they shut up. And you saying, damn, bro. Like, it's like that? It's like that, though? It is. That's why I've never been impressed with that. Like, man, most of these thug niggas is scared of white folks. I've never been impressed with thugs. Because they are. And I say they only rain terror on their own people. They only hustle their own people. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Don't do that to the white man. Like the stream, man. How do you deal with a ranting thug? You don't try to understand them. Look at them like they speak in Chinese. If they yell, now, like I said, there are levels. It is called verbal assault. If they yell and are profane and spittle, you have to have them arrested. Now, I'm not going to get on here and play Superman, Spider Man, and take somebody down. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, bro, you don't have to do nothing to them. You can be in a parking lot putting groceries in your car, and you could come under fire from a thug, and it's going to be irrational. It's not going to make sense, and it's mostly going to be lies. It's going to be lies, irrational talking, and they're going to be trying to like punk you, trying to get you to explain. So don't try to explain nothing to them. Remember that be the first thing in your head. Stop listening to this buffoon, and um, you know, let them know we can do whatever you want to do. I don't want to talk. Whatever you say, I am. You right. Now what you gonna do? Challenge him. That puts the ball in his court. They ain't gonna do nothing. 90% of that ain't gonna do nothing. They only prey on the weak. I'm gonna say that again. Now, how you gonna be a man out here, raise a family? You're a black man, and you don't know how to deal with thugs. You see what I'm saying? You have to know how to defuse a thug ball, a thug bomb. You got to defuse them. You got to throw them off. And that's sort of, I don't blame. I know, I understand the hustle. That is not why people, are racist because they're upset with something. Look, I don't believe in black fatigue, but if we can go down that avenue, some black people do misbehave. And even Chud the Butler, the chimp out. Well, he did it the wrong way, but some black people do. I wouldn't say chimp out. They do lose their tempers. They do lose their tempers, man. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna. I don't have to make it, some racial slur, but they do. And see, anybody who's been around, anybody who's been in living, you see it. They do. They start screaming and yelling and be like, "Damn!" It's like a temper tantrum. It's a temper tantrum. But if it don't change nothing about you, they become a different person. And see, that's how I know they understand. They go from rambling, rambling, raging thug to a church person, and now they understand and they wrong and I was wrong, and you know, and you know why? Because you didn't engage them, because you didn't argue with them, because you didn't let them push their nonsense on top of you. What's up with you, Latavia? Whoever Latavia is, she's been coming over here for a while. Appreciate you, Latavia. There's a couple of people I've seen. I see them. They still on YouTube. They never come over here. That's fine. That's cool. But but you we go back to living in your fears. You got to challenge your man. You don't. Everything's a beginning. And as black men, we're taught not to have self respect. We're taught, we know the system is messed up against black men. We're taught to let people abuse us, to let people attack us. We're taught to do that. We're taught when you look at something like a no jumper, it teaches black people that you have to be a criminal. You got to be a nigger to be cool, and you got to accept mistreatment and thugs and all that. Don't listen to that. And most of these dudes, they're thugs. When these dudes put that stuff out like that, they're criminals, and they have no power unless you give it to them. They're nothing but fucking filthy criminals, niggas. Oh, how to contain a ranting thug. And one thing Kevin Samuel said, like I said, Kevin Samuel said, what you present to the world, and it pissed a lot of people off. But when you think about what he said, just think about how brilliant that was. He said, how you present yourself to the world. So if you're trying to buy a Mercedes Benz, and you dressing like you broke, can you really get upset with the people if they don't think you can afford one? Can you really get upset with them if they think you on the wrong lot? If you at the airport and you got on a bonnet and your ass out, can you really get mad at the people who don't want to sit on the plane next to you? I'm just saying, you got people, they don't have no time for that, man. They do not have no time for that. Hey, you need to put something on. I've seen it. I've seen it 1,000 times. I've been on an airplane. I've seen women come on there, uh, breast out and stuff like that. And they think that shit ain't cool, man. This ain't the ghetto. You're no longer in the ghetto. You gotta comport yourself appropriately. You're a grown adult. You gotta behave in that manner. And if you don't, we are governed by the police. And I'm not a weak ass nigga because I don't want you sitting next to me And I don't want your breath all in my face. I'm nothing weak about. But that's what the whole weak ass nigga. Oh weak ass. That's what I'm saying. Well, don't listen to that, man. Don't waste your time. Don't take that. And teach your kids, though. Teach your kids that black people are civilized and those people are not. And that you don't want them associating with niggas. I looked at the thing. 3 black people got shot over the weekend. The community's finished, man. And then you look at this embrace, they embrace these thugs and these savages. And they're pussies because they're afraid of white people. All of these dudes in jail, these dudes ain't tough guys. They're afraid of white people. Them white boy gangs be kicking the shit out of them niggas. What they say in LA, the Mexicans done took it over. Do you guys even keep up with this stuff? Shit, in a room full of thugs, the black woman hails king. She the king. Because they submit. They submit. Thugs submit to women. Thugs they fear white people, and thugs are simps, hardcore simps for women. A box, an opportunity to get boxed, they're hypnotized. They become hypnotized. They're zombies. And it's the truth, man. We got to stop hiding this. Like I said, you do have racist YouTubers who try to say all black people, but no, there's some of them out there like that, man. I've encountered them. And all of that macho shit, it ain't about being macho, man. It's about having self-respect. You shouldn't have to do that. If I go to a funeral and I pay, I don't have to dig the grave. I could dig the grave, but because I paid, somebody the backhoes came in there, they scooped it out. We drop it in the casket. That's how they do that. When you go to a funeral, they take care of you. In your life, you do not have to tolerate disrespect. Now you got to be legit. You shouldn't. You should be aggressive. A lot of niggas, they criminals, so they can't really deal with authorities because they're criminals. But there you go. That's what you get, man. That's what you get. And all this videotaping, I think as a man, you need to videotape. Now, if you smash, and I think you do need to let the person know you videotape. But just people coming into your house, you got chicks coming in you met, you need to videotape. You need to let them know how you feel. They cousin need that. Their cousin can't get nothing. You know what? And I'm that type of. I've done it. Your cousin ain't getting shit from me. Your cousin, what? Getting out of jail? That nigga ain't coming over here. Well, that's my cousin. I don't. Hey, listen, I don't do that. But he need a place to stay. Well, you can go stay with him, but no, he can't stay here. Damn, why don't you give him a chance? He a black man. He just been through something. I don't do that one. I said, I don't have no time for that. I said, I don't even want to deal with that. And she can leave, but don't let them bait them in, man. Don't let her get you to come on. He gonna try to dominate that house, man. You guys ever seen a fish tank? You ever seen fish? You ever had fish? You got community fish, right? And then you have non-community fish. Community fish, various types, they live amongst each other. They live amongst each other. Non-community fish, they can't live amongst community fish. Now, yeah, they eat them, right? But they're non-community fish. They can't be in the tank with nothing else. They're just going to attack it. And that's how the thug is. The thug, when the thug comes into your home, he doesn't understand his place. So he tries to dominate the home. And if you listen, this is the problem. If you a normal person, I'm saying you normal. You was raised civilized, you're a normal person. You're gonna get dominated by him because he's not normal. He's not civilized. And he really can't help himself. When he sees opportunity, he takes it. Next thing you know, he trapping out your house. Next thing you know, he driving your car. He making you feel guilty. She making you feel guilty. Oh, he'll bring it back. Oh, he just trying. Next thing you know, he said, but this ain't my fucking son. I'm not obligated to do nothing for him. Don't do it. Do not do it. And let her call you. Let the society, you're an asshole. Okay. Okay. He said that would end up being her little, yeah, infiltrated in your spot. That's a no good. Yeah, you got me on that one, bro. I don't even get that. What's up with your Grand Reaper? How you doing today? How do you contain a rambling thug? Obviously, the easy thing would say you don't get away from them. Okay, if you can, but you do not try to explain yourself to them. They're not, they don't care. Let me tell you how it is. The way the dumb nigga thinks, the dumb nigga, if somebody accuses you of something, a dumb nigga, he gonna say it's real. Because that's the way his mind is. Now, you can go down there and try to discuss it. They're not gonna listen. Because see, they want to believe that anyhow. You understand what I'm saying? They want to believe that. They don't want to believe nothing different. They want to believe what they heard about you. And trying to explain it to them is a waste of time because they're stupid thugs. And I watched Kevin Samuels. I watched Kevin Samuels go to 1 million subs. And I watched half of these niggas turn on the man. They did content about the man. And he knew better than to fuck with these monkeys. And I looked at him, and I mean, man, we wasn't on no, let me say this, we was not on no good terms. Me and him. I mean, we was, anyhow, everything he said was right. And see, people tell lies about Kevin. Kevin helped black people. He didn't help these fucking niggas. And that's why they mad. But he helped black people. And I get where he was trying to go, man. He knew Kevin knew the streets. He was trying to get away from that shit. He was trying to be an Elon Musk. And I think right now he would have been at the top. This YouTube stuff was a beginning. And rest in peace to that brother. Rest in peace to that brother. And he was in the clubs. He was talking about, I think he did his job. He did some work where they was control, the clubs and stuff. He said, I mean, you can't believe that's her cousin. She be lying. Her cousin be smashing. Oh man, ain't that something? Man, sometimes. Sometimes they cut, yeah. Isn't that something? A lot of times they mama be a thug. A lot of times, man. He says, you right, ain't no arguing with no dummy. It leads to violence because of lack of emotion. Yep. And sometimes we get drawn, especially if you're an intelligent person, we get drawn into that stuff. Don't just let that go through your mind. Say, okay, that what that person just said, that's wrong. What that person said, that's wrong. You just get out of it. Say, I'm not explaining nothing to this person. And that's just the way they see the world. They don't see the world They don't see the guy shot his girlfriend. If I went and talked to that guy, he'd tell me that it was her fault. He would. He'd tell me he don't think that he did nothing wrong. Well, no, he knows he did something wrong. He doesn't think um he he know he did wrong. He probably regrets doing it, but he doesn't look at he looks at it as her fault why he did it. That's how he looks at it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ration with these people, man. They live in a fantasy world. They don't live in the real world. And you deserve better. You deserve better in your life, man. And that's where, as a black man, you take control of your life. And that's what society don't want you to do. They want you living around fucking thugs and dumb niggas. They want you to do that. They want you to think that's normal and you cool to accept that. Uh-oh, Morris, this is my friend right here. This is my friend right here. Now, Modise, let me make a full apology to you. Well, I'm gonna say you support Trump, and there's nothing wrong with that, brother. Let me apologize if some of my streams I said some stuff, maybe I over exaggerated, but let me tell you, I just want to tell you, I have an opinion, but brother, I'm happy that you have found success and you support who you support. Got nothing but respect for you. But don't take my streams as an attack of people like you. You know, you're conservative. Keep supporting Trump, man. I'm not trying, but I'm just saying I'm cool with you though, man. And we still cool. I'm cool with you. You know, you ain't really cool with me, but I'm cool with you. All right. I want you to know that, man. No disrespect meant to you. And you know why I say that? I say that because I ain't got that brother cool. Nothing wrong with that brother. He can like who he wants to like. Nothing wrong with him. Do your thing, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, Mo. More Delk. When the last time you streamed, Mo? Thank you. Look at that. That's a man with that's a smart man. You see that? That's a smart man. When you see that, he got an open mind. Thank you, brother. We need more men like you, brother. We got to open our mind. We got to stop having a narrow mind, man. We got to open our minds, man. We got to, man. Anyhow, the best thing to do is to get away. And if you can smell what they ate, they too close. And you see all these people fighting and stuff, man. Don't grant anybody permission to fight with you. I see these girls yanking each other's hair out. Man, those kids, parents, you know, man, don't let them tell her you don't have to fight none of these girls. Was she trying? No, no, don't let her pull on you. Don't let those people exist. Let them do them. You got to get away from those people. You're a lady. Tell them that. You was raised better than that. Now sometimes bullies are raised right. I've seen a lot of pretty chicks. They're bullies. They be starting shit. They be out there starting shit. No, they look. You look at them and they look a certain kind of way. Man, they be out there in the middle of starting. They be starting it. But now, man, and a lot of I'm trying to tell you what that is an intimidation tactic, and the all of the all of the lies and confusion that they're going to send to you, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. You're going to ask one, can you keep your kids out of my yard? Which they don't want to do, but they're going to reverse it. So they're going to say, what you mean keep my kids? I got good kids. You, who the hell you supposed to be? You, and then that's when it comes. You say, well, no, I don't want your kids in my yard. You know, that's what you're saying, right? That becomes, then they start going into rants. That's what I mean. Don't waste your time with stupid niggas like that. Don't even waste your time with that. The mean girls, the assumption is the ugly girls are fighters. That's just not necessarily true sometimes. And I've seen that. They get traumatized, man. They don't do nothing wrong. That the pretty girls keep fighting them. And I don't even know what that is. I don't. I've seen it, but I'm not in a position to elaborate on why that is, but it happens. But I do know that Negroes, a lot of them, will have fits when you question them or you call them out on their bullshit. They're going to long profanity laced fits. And within their heads, they'll proclaim themselves to be victims. You're doing something. Hey, can you please keep your kids out of my yard? You, you, you hating on me. You just hating on me. You jealous of me. You mad at me. Who you supposed to be? F you, F you. You say, whoa. I just asked you to keep your kids. Why can't you keep your kids in your yard? I don't get I'm getting tired of your shit. That's what I'm saying. And you're like, what the? Man, there you go, bro. There you go. And they do it, man. That's real. I'm not playing. That's real. And how do you handle that? How do you handle that? I'm saying as a man, how do you handle that? Do you go over there and yell with them and try to shout them down? You know what I'm saying? And then you say, hey, man, we got a lot of mental illness in the community. And that's what that is. See, they have the hip hop community have brandished mental illness in some type of depiction of masculinity. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. Masculinity is control. That is being able to control your emotions and control yourself. That's being a masculine man. That rambling, ranting, screaming, profane, all of that stuff, that's mental illness. But some kind of way, it's been repackaged. And it's sad too when you see it. It's been repackaged into masculinity, the black man's masculinity. That's not masculinity. And a lot of sisters, a lot of sisterhoods, they've encouraged that. They sort of bring that out of men, bro. A lot of sisterhood, they get woo. They bring that out. They encourage that in their kids and stuff. They bring that stuff out. They beat their kids. Their kids get beat up outside. They take a belt and they beat them. So you better get your ass back out here. And not be like, yo, that's a kid though. Yeah, okay, I get it, but that's a child. They raise a thug, bro. And the community is messed up. People live too close together. And the community is just messed up. I'm thinking about it, man. Growing up in a bad side of town, it was terrible, man. I am so happy I survived. It was terrible. I saw so many men getting locked up, going to school one morning, dude got shot in the head. It was terrible, man. It was just bad, man. And I'm not talking about when I reflect on it, it was terrible. But it was embraced. That people looked at it like it was some symbol of a tough guy. Yeah, somebody got Raymond. I'm like thinking about it, like, yeah, somebody got him. Yeah, they got him. But hey, man, he said he wasn't gonna live broke. Yeah, but he's a criminal. What you talking about? That's a black man. Yeah, they don't make a distinction, bro. I'm like, don't you realize that some black men are not criminals? Yeah, the weak ones. You said, what? That's coming from a woman. It's like, what? Yeah, man, that's it. There you go. There you go. That's why I don't even. That's why you're wasting your time trying to discuss something when you're not going to be able to rationalize with them people. And let me tell you this too, right? These nightclubs, you got to be careful going in these thug clubs, man. They're laced with criminals. The women are and the men are. You don't want to be in these clubs, man. Now you got to be packing if you're going. You got to be outfitted. You got to put it in your boot. Practice a little bit so you can pull it out quick. You got to, or don't go to those clubs. Don't go to that side of town. Stay away from those people. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Render what is Caesar's, right? To Caesar, right? If it's theirs, let them have it. I've always said that. You can have the hood, bro. I don't want no fucking hood. You fucking criminals. I don't embrace that at all. And I'm doing this because, like I said, you have to deal with these people. You got to know how to deal with these people. You got to know how to diffuse a thug. How do you do it? Don't listen and be just as confusing as he is. If he accuses you of sleeping with his girl, don't try to explain that to him. Just agree with him. Say, what? Yeah, yeah, I'm doing it. Walk away and get your piece, get your weapon, if you got one. And if he takes a step towards you, lay his ass down. And guess what? Legally, all of that is legal. And he didn't know you weren't sleeping with his girl, but he came to you the wrong way. That's how you got to deal with this stuff, man. I'm so sick of seeing. I see so many people get intimidated by thugs, man. I could be in the grocery store and I just watch some thug taking advantage of somebody. No, it sort of mess with you as a man because you be like, yo. And then you just watch it and you say, and if you keep watching, they're gonna say, what you looking at? I seen a dude, man, he came into the nightclub. This chick, he had called this chick like 3 times. She didn't pick up the phone. And she was like, it was like 8 of them in there, pretty girl. And he came in, started screaming. Uh, and she didn't say nothing. And we was off to the side. And I don't know why he did. That man looked over there at me. What the hell you looking at? What? I'm like, yeah, man, you the one screaming. And they threw him out though. By the time he said that to me, they had hooked him, grabbed him by his arms and feet, picked him off his feet, and just threw him outside. And they talked to him out there. They threatened him. He can't come back. They told him, you can't come back to this property. That's how they deal, man. They threw him out. Now, had I responded, I would have lost. No, I would have in court, I would have lost. But I'm saying, I'm like, why you say this to me? It was me and another guy. Why did he say this to us? And like, what is up with you and this chick? She don't like you no more, man. So wait a minute, so you can come in and yell and scream and you're throwing basically it's a temper tantrum. So if you throw it, and that's what the thug stuff is. That's what I'm saying. These dudes, they're not even men, they're children. They drape themselves up in hats, and grimaces and tattoos to try to give you this idea that they're tough guys. No, they're little bitch boys. That's nothing but a temper tantrum. You man, she ain't call you no more. You man, you. They throw his ass out. Throw this nigga out. Support the platform, man. Look, we trying to go over Mo. If you still here, Mo Reed, Mo D. He's gone. Look, support the platform. Support the platform. Help me, man. We've been trying to do it, man, for years and years and years. We're almost making it to 10,000 subs. We only need a handful, man. Take me over, man. Take me over tonight. Take me over tonight, man. It'll be appreciated. Do I have to do a Trump? I got to do a Trump stream. I don't want to do that. I'm I'm done with that, man. I don't. It ain't nothing to talk about with him, man. He don't care, bro. And look, I don't even know. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's bad that he's president, but as a man, man, that man don't care. Trump don't care. Trump does not care. He like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And black culture, man. I mean, they haven't, hip hop community, jail. Two things affect black culture: the jailhouse community and the hip hop community. In jail, they have it's a system within a system. In jail, they have all types of interplays and how they interact with each other within the system. That has seeped that is seeped out into the black community, and that's the jail community, and the what I said, the jail community and hip hop community, the hip hop community. The hip hop community romanticizes John Gotti, a mafia figure. They romanticize him. And just like the social media, like Twitch streams, social media has provided almost like a working jobs program for the illiterate and violent. And that's the hip hop community. That is the hip hop community. And you still can like rap. I listen to rap all the time. Love rap. And a lot of rap I like is very thuggish. But I also understand there's a difference between fantasy and reality, man. Oh, Tabor's in here talking about Trump. He says Trump's at the top of the food chain. You're right. America put him there. And you would be too if America voted you a president. You'd be at the top of the food chain. That's why on that side, I can't really Trump, that's abuse of power. Everything it's abuse. That's called abuse of power. And them people that really, to be honest with you, they're not used to people like Trump. They're not used to a raging, out of control billionaire. They're not. I don't have a, now they put him in office. They put him in office. So he's the president. But I had off, but Tabor, you get a lot of people love Trump. They like that. They like, you're right. Tabor, a lot of black guys, especially in the hood, they love them some Donald Trump. They like that. They like when he be going on, they like when he do what he do. They like that shit. They impressed by Trump. Like the stream, man. I'm finna drop the join link, man. We going live. Look, if you can, man, subscribe to the channel, man. Put me over. You want to piss off YouTube? If you want to piss off YouTube, put me over 10,000 subscribers. I made it through all the lies, the fakeness, the hate. Niggas been lying on me, and I still came through. Lying ass monkey niggas. They know me. You don't know me, nigga. I'm a vet. I'm a veteran. Yeah. They know me. I still don't like that. Nigga said he knows me. You don't know me. He found me. Yeah. Bitch nigga, jealous nigga, hater. Talking about he found me. You ain't found me. Yeah, like why? And I'm like, yo, I wish the women were feeling me like that. I wish the women were looking for me like that. Like, bro, you a man. Why you looking for me? Not like I said, it's a lot of these niggas on YouTube. A lot of these niggas on YouTube is gay, bro. How you gonna be looking for a nigga, man? That man said he found me. Man, you gay, man. That man said he found me. Like the stream, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up with you,
Uh,
boy?
man, coming in too late. I was getting tired, bro. I'm telling you, be coming through sometimes. I got 3 hours of driving.
No, I
Man,
do. No, I do. I do. I do. I need to have a schedule, but go ahead.
I ain't tripping. It worked for me. Man, I gotta say something about the clothing situation, man. I don't get this argument about why y'all keep saying what's a grown man and what he wear.
Hmm? Mm. The
Like
clothing.
the
Okay.
clothing.
Well, perceptions. What you wear, people perceive you. It's what you present. Tabor, if you come around to BMW and you got the money, Tabor, but if and I deal with customers every day who want to purchase BMWs, wives, people who have some type of success, and you, Tabor, decide to come there in a oversized flea market, Chicago Bulls jersey,
I'm
and
my
and
team too.
and chains on your neck. Um, I'm gonna say I don't even can. Is this dude can he even afford a BMW? So yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run a report. First thing I'm gonna want to do is okay, yeah, let me get a report. You say, well, I want to test drive. Let me run a report first. Let me run a report first. But do that. Do you do that to everybody? Now I'm gonna go by what the company says, right? I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna say I do. I really don't though. I'm gonna do it because of the way you look. Now that's up to you. You want people to, if you want people to treat you like that, you keep dressing like that. But I would understand just basic common sense. Okay, I'm finna go to a place mostly family men go to. Most people can't afford cars like this, so I need to get a fresh chop, put on a dress shirt, some slacks, um, uh, and then I can go in there and guess what? You walk in there, guess what? They say, hey, let's hop in it. You love it? You like that new say? You like that new CS? Come on, check it out. That's where we see the difference.
And you know what I would do to somebody like you if I walked in the way I wanted to be dressed to go spend my money that you telling me how I need to dress to spend it? I will walk in there with my credit score, let you run it.
Okay.
Act like I'm about to go out my way to get this car, tell you I got this check, and before I sign the last of that paperwork, I will get up and walk away. I will
See,
completely waste your
and you
time.
hold up, and that is exactly why I would rather you not come and go buy a car somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Look what you just said.
But you wouldn't even have to do that to me though. Why I gotta? Why can't I be comfortable while I'm going to
Do
spend
do
my money?
do
I get what you're saying though.
do people judge people by what they look like?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, what then? What's the confusion? You don't want to project. When I say out of control thug, do you look like an out of control thug?
Say it again.
If you know people, if you know people judge you how you present yourself, if you know that, Why would you present yourself in a manner where it would make people give a false
Uncomfortable.
impression about you?
Man, I gotta say, like, this is people being like, well, okay, so just to answer that question, I do it all the time, right? Whatever you think about me, you can think about me, right? Because I'm not what I know I'm not gonna do is walk this planet and be trying to be a people pleaser everywhere. Not a situation that you just spoke about with the car. I get that. I get a business setting. I get the job situation. But if we talking about on a daily being comfortable as a man, man, ain't nobody can tell me what I can and cannot wear, regardless if you don't want to do business with me, even if you don't want me in your establishment.
But Tabor, this is the problem, and what you're saying is very common amongst black men. This is the problem with the way you're thinking. Is you have to deal with reality. So, um, you're dealing with that it does matter how you present yourself. I get what you're saying, man. I don't want to wear no dress shirt and slacks. I don't want. I'm more comfortable in a t-shirt and some a basketball shorts. Well, where you going? I'm going out here amongst the people, and then somebody says, "Well, you'd be better off dressed another kind of way." And you say, "Oh, I don't care." Now you're right. A lot of them do, but it matters because, man, let me tell you something. I could go to a fair. They could have a fair with cotton candy and all of that stuff. I could go to that fair and based completely on what I look like, people are going to treat me. Now, if I want to have a sweatband on my head, baggy clothes, Jordans, you know,
All
I
day.
can. I can. But the reason I don't do that is because when niggas act up, they tend to be dressed like that. So I dress the other way. No, no, no. I get what you're saying. I like to be comfortable, but I wouldn't go there like that because I know niggas. Niggas gonna get in there and start fighting and acting a fool, and they arguing and acting a fool, and they're gonna be dressed like that. So they're gonna dislike niggas who come there dressed like that. And then because I'm dressed like that, I ain't doing none of that. They're gonna treat me fucked up because of the niggas. That's what I'm saying. That's just common sense. Well, why would I do it? I'm not gonna go. This is a mixed event. Yeah, there's a fair downtown, food, you know, 300, 400 people there. There's music there. I'm going to dress appropriately so that I'm not bothered. And I'll accept. Well, Platt, you changing how you dressing. You scared of them people down there. Okay, okay, okay. I'm scared of them. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go down there dress right. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit to the back. I'm gonna watch niggas go down there clowning, and I'm gonna watch niggas get put out of there. I went to a concert. It was in a nightclub, and the nightclub used to say for the concert was like $30, but you pay them another 20. You could wear your sneakers, and you could wear your fitted hat. So for them it was 50, but they don't want you to wear that. They said don't wear that. Okay. So I get in a concert. I didn't have a fitted on, I had on regular shoes. I paid the $30. So I look around, it's a bunch of dudes in fitteds. And it was a brother, he came out, he could sing good. A lot of women in there. And let me tell you something, that security guard, I watched him. He inched over toward them. He stayed on them. It was a black man. He kept tapping them on the shoulder. You need to calm down. Hey, brother, don't do that. Yeah, yeah, don't put your hands up. He stayed on
Sound,
them. I said,
sound
damn,
like
he
a hater.
harassed. You see what I'm saying? You see what Tabor just did? He called
That's
a
the
man
truth.
a hater for doing his job.
They can't put their hands up, bro. They can't have a good time.
And you can't do it if they tell you not to do it.
Bro,
You
that
don't like
sound
that, do you?
crazy. You
You
paid
see
to
what I'm
get
saying?
in and
Now,
you
now,
can't
you
have a
see what
good
I'm
time.
saying? No, but you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Tabor, did you come there to put hands up? You come there to enjoy the show. It was an R&B singer The boy wasn't no rapper.
But you can put your hands up with R&B. Put your man.
Not
That,
oh, I'm gonna say this.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say it again, Tabor. Not
I
if
listen.
they tell you not to. You see what I'm saying? That defiance. For what, Tabor? You come to see the show. You paid to get in. Why is it so important to put your hands up?
Because you put your hands up and snap your fingers, and that's just a vibe. What are we talking about right now, G?
You know what, Tabor? And this is what happens when you do that, Tabor. You start arguing. They say, "Okay, sir, you, come on." They put you out, and you ain't getting
Yeah,
your
I can get
money
my
back.
charge back.
No, you how? You gonna take it?
No, I do a charge back.
Oh, you talking on your
I put it
credit
on a
card?
credit card.
Oh, that's your business. That's between you and and Visa.
Flat, bro. Listen, fam. I get what you said. I get what the dressing appropriate, but listen, the only time I've ever been told personally about my dress of what my dress code of what I wear, which is some Jordans, some tech sweatpants, a $5 gas station shirt, and and a hat, bro, is a strip club. I have never went nowhere else where they kicked me out
But then
based on my dress code.
no. See, just see, and but Tabor, you a strip club nigga, right?
I like strip clubs.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with being labeled a strip club nigga, right?
Call me whatever you want to.
No, I'm just saying you don't have an issue with that. Like you're a strip club nigga.
I mean, I'm again, call me whatever you want. Gee, it
Oh,
wouldn't even
okay.
matter. That don't affect me. But go ahead. I'm a
Well,
strip club
I'm
nigga.
trying to make a point, and I sort of need you to accept that. Um, by
Yeah,
you
I'm
being
a
a
strip club nigga.
by you being a strip club nigga, um, you know what you did. What I'm saying is, you know what you are. You know, like, hey, I'm finna go down here to the joint, have a little drink, have me a little fun. I got my niggas in the parking lot smoking. Um, maybe some shit pop off. Damn, let me duck, get out. You run off. You find out what happened the next day. And you know what I'm saying is, what do you expect? You're a strip club nigga. You in that environment. They ain't no standards and no shit. So, but what happens is you try to leave that environment and take that other places, and then you run into the fact people ain't gonna treat you right. Now, that's just the way it is, man. A strip club nigga trying to buy a BMW, you're gonna have all types of problems. You ain't living in the real world. Them people are not gonna play with you. They're not gonna play with you. You trying to prove something. I'm trying to prove. I got money though. I got money. That ain't gonna work, man. And they got people
I
like
get what
that,
you're
and
saying, G.
they got strip club niggas in their family. That's another thing. We it's like black people live in one contained space. Black people got families, man. They got thugs in their family. They got people like that in their family. And when they doing their job or they go through the airport or at the mall, they can sort of tell. They be like, that's old strip club nigga. They're gonna grab their wife and move her off to the side. So look old thirsty nigga right. Let me move her out the way. Come on, baby. I'm serious,
You
man. Not
know,
a lot. You can say what you want, but I'm telling you, don't do that, man. Get and Tabor, you gotta grow out of that, man. You really should be out of that by 30.
it
You
ain't
should be
even
done with
about.
that.
Okay, so I'm
Why
getting
are you
what you said.
why are you guys hold on? Why are you guys so defiant about dressing immature like that? You're a grown
But
ass man, Tabor.
but how's it immature? I got on clothes, bro. Listen, I get it. I don't dress the way you think that I should dress. But amongst Pat, let me tell you, fam. I used to have hair, and on my braids, you know the sinkers you would put on your fish line, the gray ones.
Uh, uh Go ahead. I don't, but go ahead.
They sinkers. They make your line sink to the bottom, bro. I used to wear those on my braids in the business settings. I kid you not, bro. I had a collar shirt on with some like there's some Dockers and some some
Mhm.
decent shoes or whatever. But I look a certain way, bro, with gold earrings in my ear,
Do you
both of
do
them pierced.
okay. There's a time and a place for that. But what I'm saying, do you think it's wise for a man, especially a black man, to put his best foot forward?
Yes,
Okay. And that would mean assessing everything, right? So if you put your best foot forward, you have to drop the defiant attitude where I'm a wear my I'm a wear my flea market oversized basketball LeBron James outfit, where I know people are going to judge me, where I know they're going to think, you know, that I'm a certain kind of way, but they can kiss my ass. Don't you? What I'm saying, we get they shouldn't do it. Get that, but if they're going to do it, why would you incur that extra attention or criticism for what? What did you are doing it? You in the mall shopping. Why would you want people to judge you based on you dressing like a thug?
And how would you dress? How This is what I'm saying, fam. It's like a black man just cannot be an individual out here, bro. I walk around with a level of confidence, bro. I get what you telling me about what I shouldn't be wearing as a grown man, but for the most part, bro, it depends on who you are. If you feel like you can't walk, if you ain't got enough going on when you walk into that business situation, then they ain't respecting you anyway. They don't care what you got going on or what you got on. They don't care
Oh,
what
they
you come
care.
in there with.
They care.
Oh,
Oh, they care.
I'm gonna rock with that. I'm gonna rock with you on that, Platt.
They care.
Right? Here's the problem with me personally. When I did that before, and I told you how I was and the things that I used to do. This is back in the this me 25, bro. When I went into a business setting at the Hyatt Regency in Houston, Texas, bro, and I was doing what I was doing before I even got there, bro. Them people knew my name, and before they gave me my name badge, they was pulling me off to the side to speak to me about a business opportunity, bro.
Okay.
Multiple business opportunities, bro. When I walked into the Ava Center on Richmond in Houston, Texas, and spoke to Mr. Alex, bro, I had on some polo boots, some jeans, a hoodie, and a hat. And I walked in there and articulated myself the way I needed to be able to do what I wanted to do at his building, bro. There's
And what is?
content. I got a year plus. Go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead. You got a what? A year contract?
I I got a year plus of content. I got terabytes and of photos and videos at weddings for Indian people, right? For Arab people, for Muslims, for Africans, Black Americans. Bro, I had a deal with not a deal. Home Depot hired me the way I look to take photos when they had a company function up there, bro. That's just not true, bro. It's a lack of confidence with certain people. You think not
What's
you.
not?
Go ahead.
What's not true?
What people be saying about like how you be talking about what we got to dress in. That's just not for me. It's just never been true, bro.
How do you contain a ranting thug?
You let them rent. You walk the other way. I ain't security.
There you go. There you
I
go.
don't
You
get
see it?
in
How
between a
come you
man and
know
what
how
he
to?
got
How
going
come you
on.
know? How come you know how to handle those guys?
Cause I'm a nigga too. I've been him.
There you
When I've
go.
been stressed and broke and ain't got nothing going on, I'm worried about things that don't even matter, looking to go to jail.
how,
I've been
how,
like
come,
that.
how come you don't try to like listen and then try to help? Okay, no, this point, no, that's not right. This point, why don't you try to explain yourself to them?
Cause it ain't my business, G. This is why I can rock dolo. I keep to myself. I just move around. I don't even be partaking in things that just what people think would be hood like that. I can fit in, but I just rather not be there, bro. I want to enjoy myself. I want to make it home, G. I want to
Okay,
make it home.
okay. Hold on. We got what's up with you, Jasmine?
So
Jasmine.
when I was in high school and I went to a predominantly white school. So when black girls will wear certain things, like when we wear the same shorts or we wear the same skirts that the white girls wear, we would get in trouble. We would get reprimanded because I guess our shapes were more pronounced or whatever, and it drew more attention. So we couldn't get away what other people could get away with. So we knew that for us to exist in this environment, we had to we had to assimilate in some form. So it is true. As Black people, we can't just exist. Unfortunately, in a world to more in a great in a great world in our mind, it would be great. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. So it's
Yes,
just
it
not the
is.
same.
That's not the world you live in. So if we go talk
No,
about
it's not.
high school, in
It's
high
not the
school,
world.
I used, bro, you can't tell me what my perception of world and reality is. I'm telling you what how I
Tabor,
move. You can
Tabor,
tell me how you move.
Tabor. That's
It's the
not
truth, bro.
necessary. You can express yourself. We don't
What's
have
not
to.
necessary?
He don't know how. That's
No,
why he
no,
don't know how.
no,
He's
no,
not
no, no.
capable.
No, I'm listening.
What are
We're
you
listening,
talking
but
about?
you don't have to respond the way you're responding, brother.
The how I
I'm listening.
respond?
Just
How you want me
yeah,
to respond, bro? What are you talking about? I'm responding. She telling me
okay.
about
Go
my
ahead.
life. That don't even make sense.
Tabor.
Just
That's
calm
not the
down
time.
and speak.
I'm listening, bro.
No, Tabor.
I'm
She's
calm. What are
not.
you talking about?
She's not trying to tell you about your life. She's listening to you. Go ahead and make your point. It don't matter how you interpreted what she said, but there's no reason she's not trying to tell you anything. She told you about her. Now we're listening to you talk about
And she
About what
yourself.
people.
she said me directly, bro. She told me about me. I'm telling you, bro. You can rewind it. I heard it, bro.
Huh.
I'm
What did you
responding
say
based on
about
that.
him?
Now,
What'd you say about him, Jasmine?
I said most people. I said about high school, Black people. Unfortunately, we do have to assimilate most of the
Oh, I
time
got
when we
you.
get into certain
Okay.
rooms. That's what I said.
Mhm. Okay.
He just naturally is hostile. He don't know how to just talk and
you
express yourself
said
without
my
getting
name.
emotional.
What are you talking about?
Because
You
we're having
said
a
my name
conversation.
directly, bro.
Because we're having
Bro.
a conversation.
Okay, bro. I hear you. When I was in high school, I went to Springwoods High School in Houston, Texas. The girls used to walk around, we talking black and white, in the shorts that they played volleyball in. They wore those during a regular day, any given day of the week. So what you talking about, I'm hearing it, but I'm telling you what I experienced is totally different. Them girls didn't get in trouble for that. Are we talking people that ran
Oh,
track,
okay.
run sock, played basketball?
Hmm.
That whatever they did sports wise, they walked around and they whatever they tights was. They we talking tight, skin tight.
Hmm.
That's your opinion. You're not a girl. You don't
It's
know
not
what's
an
being told
opinion.
to
What are
us.
you
Jasmine,
talking
hold
about,
on,
Jasmine?
Jasmine. Come on, Jasmine.
He's
We
not
don't.
a girl. He don't know what's
Jasmine,
going on in the girls'
What are
Jasmine.
you
locker room.
talking about,
You
bro?
don't have to. Okay, let's look, man. Why can't we just communicate? What is all this?
No, but I'm saying how can you tell a girl? He don't know what's going on in the girls' locker room. We not
I'm
telling
not
y'all what's
talking
being
about the
told.
locker room.
He's not telling us what's being told, what the teacher is telling us, what the principal is telling us. We're not going back telling y'all that. You wouldn't know. You're not
What
in
are
our
you
locker room to know.
you talking about the locker room? I'm telling you what a girls was wearing on a daily for 2 years while I went to this high school. What are you
And
talking about?
you don't know what's being said about them. You don't know who's being reprimanded. You don't know them
They
getting
wasn't
wrote
getting
up.
They wasn't. I'm telling you, they used to wear it on the daily, bro. You're not listening to what I'm telling you. This
No,
is
we got
not the
we got
locker room.
we got you. Hold on. And we'll let you have a fast final word on that, Tabor. But let me ask you something, Jasmine.
Mhm.
Jasmine, if you're trying to get a certain job, right? Do you, when you go to get the job, do you say, "Hey, normally I dress like this, but I'm going to this job. I'm gonna dress different." Do you do that?
Right. Yes, I assimilate to the environment
Okay.
and for the
So,
job that I'm applying for.
and you're not offended. You don't feel like you're weak. That you sort of these white folks. I don't. They don't deserve this. I'm.
That's
I'm.
a
A,
part of being an adult.
I'm gonna wear my bonnet. I got my ass out. I do that anyway, anyhow. So, and I'm gonna go down here, and they're gonna accept me. Do you look at it like that?
Nope.
Okay. How
I
did?
look at it like I'm an adult. I'm going to be into a professional environment. There is an attire that is expected of me, and I'm going to show up that way. Like,
You agree? Hold on.
no,
Hold on.
that's
Hold on.
because we got to understand how. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, no. I was gonna ask Tabor. Tabor.
Yes,
Would did you hear what she said?
I heard it, bro.
would you do that? You go into a job, normally you have on what you normally have on, but change so that you feel like you could set an impression with the people that this is how you
No,
dress.
bro. I'm
Okay,
just
there you
telling you,
go.
no, bro. When I walk into a job, I haven't had to dress up ever in my life to go do all that extra. And when I did, I've never gotten a job, bro. I've never gotten a job like that. When I walk in with a regular T-shirt on, especially since for the trucking industry, for me, it's been 8 years, bro. I walk in with a T-shirt and some sweatpants on. They gonna hire me based on my record. It's go speak what I can prove or how I move.
But you're
It's
a
go
trucker
speak,
though.
bro. It
That's not a trucker is a trucker. Like a trucker gets out his cab, and I'm sure some do, but I don't expect them to have on a suit and tie.
I'm
You know,
not
I,
Right.
talking. We're not talking about that. We talking about going get the job, bro. Then the interview process, bro.
well, they don't really. But have you done anything other than trucking?
Yes, bro. Yes, I have. The job that I told you I used to work for a couple other companies, and they had one of them had a uniform, right? But when they met me, I was in regular clothes. The other one, I worked. I went in the same time everybody else, and I ended up getting when I told you about Walt and learning from old school, and I was elevating faster than everybody else, and they fired me, bro. I was in regular clothes,
They
bro.
fired you.
They fired me because I wouldn't shake a white man's hand, bro. I told you that story, bro.
Oh, wow.
Why you want to shake his hand?
Because they tried to play me and they didn't want to give me the raise that I deserve because I earned it based on the numbers that I was putting up. And it's fine. When they let me go, they gave me unemployment. I already had my CDL. All I had to do is get my paperwork together. And I went and got in the truck. And the only reason why I worked that job because my license was suspended because
Okay.
I missed the payment on something, bro.
Let me ask
Oh
you
my
something. Yeah. Well, let me ask you something, Jasmine and to both of you.
yeah.
Corporate America. Do you think, Jasmine? I mean, I don't know where you work, but do
Hmm.
you think you could make it in corporate America, Jasmine? You know what I'm saying? It's dog eat dog. You gotta be dressed appropriately, right? It's corporate America, it's white collar America. You got to maintain your temperament. You can't come in there being loud and ghetto, and they can't even, not just
Exactly.
you, not just you. They
Uh-huh.
can't. They
Yep.
can't come in there being loud and ghetto either. So,
Yeah.
but you're in corporate America. Can you do what you got to do as a black woman to make it in corporate America? Can you do it? All the adjustments, can you do? And would you do it?
Yes, I work in the healthcare field, so it's like that, and that's why I okay. I went to a white school and I went to a black school. I feel like the black schools you have to be more physically aggressive, like 'cause fights will happen and stuff like that. But going to the white school, it taught me how to be more verbally, like it taught me how to be more mentally. Because I feel like white people play more mental games and more mentally abusive, and black people are more physical abusive when it comes to how they express themselves and
Mhm.
aggression and stuff like that. But white people are more like to play mental games. So that's why it kind of gave me a balance. So when I'm in the workforce and stuff, I know how to do all the mental bullshit and not to fall for it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm equipped for it because I've been in both environments, so I know how to handle both environments.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Let me ask Tabor the same thing. Did you remember the question, Tabor?
About dressing a certain way or
Yeah.
handling
Could
myself.
could
And
could Tabor
No.
survive in corporate America?
yes, bro. I know when to throw in the suit. I know how to talk to people, bro.
Okay, then what is all of this resistance?
It's not resistance, bro. I'm still who I am.
Why
I'm
is that?
not by
Why does that mean so much to you, though, Tabor? Why does that even matter?
because most people walk around acting like something that they're not, and then they be confused why they get treated how they get treated. You don't have no choice but to treat me how you should treat me until you think that you should treat me a certain way.
So,
And don't think
Tabor,
go ahead, bro.
Tabor, they tell you, they say, Okay, this is the salary that you asked for. We're giving you that. We have a very strict dress code. We need 4 days out of the week, suit and tie. Friday casual, but casual, we're talking about polos and slacks. And that's about it. No hats. Also, the employees, we get along. You got to get along. So a lot of the people here are white. We don't like to talk politics and religion, but if someone says something, come to me. Don't address them. You're hired. You can function under that
Yes, bro.
dynamic.
I can function under anything, bro.
But if you can though, to boy, you just that's basically the whole point. Um,
Now I'm telling you
don't
about my attire out the gate.
I got you, but you was being sort of defiant, saying you wear what you wear, you don't care.
It's not about me not caring, bro. You have no choice but to accept me for who I am, homie. Just that's what I'm telling you. And at the end of the day, you don't have to do no business with me or rock with me in any shape, form, or fashion.
Well,
I'm gonna
but
be
it's not about that though. It's
I'm gonna
about you getting
survive.
no, it's about you getting the job, right? Okay, let me ask you
In
this,
some
boy.
cases,
Hold on. And you too, Jed. Let me ask you this. If I'm the manager, not the owner of a Mercedes dealership,
Mhm.
and you see the three people working for me on the floor, they all got on suits. The women, all well dressed, hair together, um, clean. How do you come to me? I say I got another position. How do you come to me to get that position? No, no. And what I mean towards do you wear what you want to wear,
Mhm.
or do you say, hey, these three people, I'm going to adjust what I normally wear so that I'm sort of right in sync with
Yeah.
the people
Yep.
who are, you would.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
And okay. I had that mentality, like to where I'm gonna just show up as me and just accept me. But then I had to make some adjustments because I had to realize I kind of am messing up the flow of stuff when I do that. Because if there's an expectation, why not fit into the expectation of it? So I was just like, because then I had to realize what I'm doing could be a little bit narcissistic too. Like I'm expecting people to come show how I want to show out instead of how I need to assimilate with the environment. So no, I'm more if it's right if as long as I'm doing the right thing and if you just asking me to acquiesce with the appearance and the tone of the place, I can do that. Yeah. Yeah.
have you ever been fired from your career from any job?
No.
So why would you need another job?
I want to move on.
So you would move on because of why? They didn't pay you enough, or you got tired of it? You were bored?
Yeah.
You were bored?
Yeah.
Well, I don't live like that,
Okay, well,
right?
Tabor, how would you
So,
approach it? How would you approach three
so
people?
for
Three
go
people
ahead.
are already there. You can easily go online. You see the job. You investigate. You can go online. These are our sales people. It's right there on the website. Mercedes of Atlanta. It's starting out 75,000, and you get uh um what's that? What is that? The extra
Commission.
money commission, and you get commission based on what the percentage of the trucks. You're selling $200,000, $300,000 vehicles, and you get a commission on that. But in its presentation, how would you handle that?
That ain't even my type of job, bro. I
So
don't
you
like
would
people like that.
okay.
I'm
All
just
right, there
telling you,
you
so I
go.
can't
No,
even
you
really answer the question.
well. Look, when all is said and done, and Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the brother. He was so right. when he says black people don't understand you have to dress the part. It's how you present yourself. He
And
says, we
some
don't want
do
to do
have
that.
to,
No,
bro.
no. He said, we don't want to do that. We want to argue and get on some other stuff about, um, you know, uh, 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 you know, like me for me, and I dress this kind of way, and or I got the right clothes on, or you know, these shoes, okay, these some Jordans, you know, shit like that. These Jordans cost more than his shoes. His shoes cost $35. These Jordans cost $200. And that's what he said. That shit don't work, man. That's what I mean. And it don't work.
It don't work for him, bro. There's people that it work for. Certain people don't have to walk around and stepping and fetching. Certain people ain't going to certain jobs because they ain't.
Wow.
Listen, bro. With just because one person got to do
It,
something for some money, don't mean another person got to do
what,
it,
well,
bro.
why? But the boy, why are you so defiant?
I'm not, bro.
Yes, you are.
I'm not defined.
You said
Go ahead,
step
bro.
it and fetch it.
That's what you doing for a job.
Wow.
You putting on what you put on so you can get the job. You gonna put on a smile on your face. You gonna get cleaned up to get a job. That's what some people gotta do. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but you can't push that on other people, bro. I get it. Everything don't work for everybody.
Wow.
Some people can walk around in tennis
Wow.
shoes and get the same results, and if not, better results, bro. Better
Wow.
results. There's people like that out here, bro. I'm
What
one
what
of them.
what you think about that, Jasmine?
I I, I mean, where he saying, okay, I see what he's saying, but we are speaking for the mass.
I
The
don't care
masses,
about the mass. I just want you to
okay,
know that.
you may not. Why don't you think that's important to care about the
No,
mass? Don't you?
no,
You're that's what I'm talking about. That narcissistic personality is when people own myself, me. We are speaking for the mass of people, and majority of the time, you are going to want to assimilate for the gander, not for yourself, because it's a group, it's a community. The mindset that you're supposed to have. So
nah.
it's just like it is, so that you can so things can flow a certain way.
You
And that's
you
just to me, you just narcissistic.
you know what? You know what kills your argument? The fact that black people still walk around and say we get half as much and got to work twice as hard. That's what kills both of y'all arguments. It's a thing. It's always been a thing. Go in the building and it's only so many black people. You have to be like more than exceptional. When
So
there's a
so
room
so
full of whole bunch of white people
what
that
if that's
go ahead, bro.
what if that's what you want to do? I'm saying
That's fine.
as a young person, what if you want to, you know, say, hey, I'm finna go through college and I'm gonna work at Mercedes of Atlanta, you know, and I look at Star Job with 75 and they expect me to sell three cars sell themselves. Biggest thing is getting hired. All I gotta do is that owner gotta look, well, not the owner, the manager. He gotta look at me and say, would I buy a car from this person? That's the most important thing. Would I buy a car? But instead, you say I'm gonna show up any kind of way, because you know they don't really like black folks anyhow. And this is what I'm saying. How are you gonna get the job? How you gonna get the job?
I mean,
People
I
come in.
can't
Hold on.
suffer.
People come
Y'all
in.
gotta do whatever y'all gotta
Bruh, you
do,
got
bro.
bruh in the real world. See, we got look in the real world. You got to compete with other people, other whites, blacks, women. You have to
Yep,
compete with them. You got to
yep,
compete with them. You need to you
Depending on
when that money show up on that lot, you want that money to come to you. In fact, you want the other people to uh, uh come half-ass. Your hair
yep,
ain't done. Your hair ain't done. Your clothes, your shoes ain't shine. Your clothes fucked up. You want me to do that because you want to be look. Say, so the biggest thing here's a man the car sell himself. All I gotta do is look like the best salesperson, and the people, white, black, Indian, they gravitate to me. Because no,
yeah,
the assumption is that they wouldn't because you black. You no, you're assuming that. You assume
right.
that they might not like that white man. They might look at him and say, he look dirty. And they'll come over to you. Now you getting business off of him. That's real. It's in the
I get
real
it, King.
world.
I get it. You talking to me like my checks don't hit and my money don't spend the same. I get what you trying to tell me, but I'm trying to tell you that in my life and in my reality, bro, I don't go out my way like that, bro. Most people would misjudge me out the gate. And then you go be completely wrong. And you probably go look stupid because you think I don't know what I'm talking about, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I've been there, bro.
What?
I had a conversation with this dude at my job. He's like some Middle Eastern dude, and he found out I get paid more than him. I
Okay.
act like what I get paid. I get paid more than him. But not just that, I actively work more than him. So he could never do what I'm able to do. And he
Okay.
was mad about that in front of my bosses. And my bosses explained to him, why you go home
But
every 3 weeks, every 6 weeks, and you be home for maybe 2 weeks. The boy don't do that. That's why his money is different than yours. His
Tabor,
Go ahead,
how
bro.
you how I me
I'm
Tabor,
listening,
if
bro.
I'm not chopped up, my hair's not, lined up, my beard is nappy, um, my clothes are oversized, I got on sneakers. I'm a black man in America. Tabor, I don't expect people to treat me fair. Now, hold up. What I'm saying
There
is
you go.
I'm trying to go
I know
buy
that.
stuff. I'm trying to get something, but I also understand how I'm dressed. So I say, I know I look fucked up. So they're going to treat you know who do that more than anybody? Tabor, you know what race of people do that more than anybody?
That's walking in like nothing going on.
You know what race of people prejudges black people more than anybody?
Black people.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. We had this conversation. They do that. You're white man. White man think about it. It's the black people that's gonna prejudge you. I could go to
Yeah.
Mercedes of Atlanta in a gas station T-shirt, some sweats and Nikes, and you know what I'm gonna do? I go straight to the white man. I go straight to the white one. I don't even waste. I know how black people are. They gonna judge me.
Yeah, see, I don't move like that, bro. I
Well,
just
we
don't.
different. I already know. I dealt it. I know what they do. I'm gonna say now. I look at the lot. I see three people. I see a black woman. I see a white lady. I see a white man. And I look. I go. I find. I say. I start talking to him. Tell him what I'm looking for. And And he's like, "Hey, we want to run a credit report. Okay, you got your license." I say, "Here you go." They run the report. Okay, you're clean. Your license fine. Okay, let's go check it out. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm like saying, you saying that people don't prejudge, but yes, they do. And it's the black people who do
I
it
ain't saying
quicker. They'll do it
I
quicker.
can Flat man. I don't know if you remember the story. I don't even know if I told you the story, bro. For Christmas time, I went to the Apple store to go buy my baby a Apple iPad. I think I probably told you this. When I got in there, bro, you know how many black people passed me up until an Asian man walked up to me and asked me how I needed help? The dude came and
No,
right in
I know
front
what
of
you're
a
talking about. I like the Apple Store though. I didn't
and
get
right in front of
nah, nah. I mean, I don't. Well, whatever that thing is called the Apple Store, whatever it is, right? If I was 20, if I was younger than what I am, how about that? I would like it. But no, I mean, I get it though. But I don't know why they have it made like that. You know how it's fucked up. You know how it's made like that? They got kid desk and sandbags and shit. Yeah. It's like what the fuck? I'm trying to
it's an
get me a
ecosystem, bro.
phone. No, I said I'm trying to get my phone. What is all this? Why the fuck you want me to sit on a sandbag?
Because bro, Apple has its own ecosystem. It's a culture, bro. That's why that store looks like that. But bro, when I was in the store, the Asian dude walked up to me, and the black manager who stared at me for I don't know maybe 10 minutes didn't send nobody my way. Watch me get shunned. Watch me spend almost seven
Okay,
hundred
but
dollars with the Asian man.
hold up. Tabor, how come you
I'm
didn't learn
listening,
from
bro.
that lesson that you need to do more about the way you dress?
I don't need to do nothing. My money go spend the same,
No, no,
dog.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is a black man did you wrong.
He didn't
What
do
did
me
you
wrong,
learn?
fam.
What? Yes, he did. What did you learn from that?
Bro,
See,
listen,
that's
bro.
what, boy, that's what's wrong with us. See, we don't want, we can't be told
Nah,
nothing.
bro.
We
And I'm
Yep.
trying
always,
to
Thank
tell
you.
we
you.
hold on, hold
I'm
on, hold on.
Hello.
trying. Go
He
ahead, bro.
always, hold on.
Hello.
No, we always right. We can't be told nothing. And another black person was trying to tell you, hey man, the way you look, I ain't fucking with you.
Well, don't. The Asian man go come over here and get his commission around Christmas time, and y'all go watch me spend this money and not waste this Asian man time because it only took me 5 minutes to get what I wanted, check out, and get about that store. And any one of y'all could have got that commission, but you didn't. That's fine. You treated me like that. I'm cool on that, player. I'm cool. My money go spend the same. I
Man, I
know
don't,
this car about to go through. I get what you saying, bro.
no.
I don't. Go ahead, bro.
I don't like being disrespected. I don't.
Yeah.
Now, like I
Mhm.
said, I live in the real world. People have, we're imperfect people. I'm not even trying to say that, I'm a robot and they're a robot, and when I come in they're going to treat me like a robot. No, they're going to judge me. Now I could go, yeah, something like Walmart. You're right, I could go in slides and slacks, and it's Walmart. But when it's a
Yeah.
nice place, I accept this is a nice place, and I'm gonna present myself. If I'm flying now, I don't fly on those Sprint and them fucking flying junkyards. I don't fly on no shit like that. Right? I'll spend the extra money. I'll wait. Okay, when you gonna be here? I'll be there in 2 weeks. I look at the price. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna be there in a month because I'm flying this airline and it's $300 more. So I'll be there in a month because I ain't flying on these fucking flying junkyards. I'm not flying on that shit. So why? Because I live in America and I understand, man. It's a very, and I just told you, it's black people who do it quicker. We live in a very superficial society and they're going to judge me. So I got to
And
look a certain kind of way so I can be treated fairly, just fairly, not better, fair. But
and
if
and
I
Yeah.
come in there like this, they're going to treat me unfair.
and you know what, Platt? Even with these, the way y'all, both of y'all are trying to make this adjustment. How's that working out for black people? How's
It's
it been working out?
working out for me.
It, I mean, I guess, right? If we're still having this conversation about what we need to have on, and we know black people don't get certain type of jobs despite the fact that you are qualified, how is it
Yeah.
working out for y'all? It ain't
Oh
You,
working,
Lord.
you,
G.
you mean black people in general, right?
In general, bro.
No, the ones. No, you're right. We have a lot. Like I just
Come
said,
on,
we don't
bro.
have a Tabor. We don't live in a
I'm
perfect
listening.
world, but yeah, it depends on what you're trying to do. Tabor,
You ain't
when them
gotta
dudes,
go
let me
ahead.
tell you something. I was in that club. It was an R&B singer. He was a ballador. A lot of women, mostly women. It might have been 200 women. It might have been 30 guys.
I know hands
Uh,
was up in the air. I know
them
black
guys.
women.
Let me tell you something, bro. No, this was black people too. Guess what? The people who owned it were black. They told security they didn't give a fuck about them paying for that. They told security, watch them, watch them. These are black people. So when they put their hands up, they said, put your hands down. When they got loud, they said, you got to calm down. Now, hold on. They was waiting on it. They like, we're going to throw these niggas out of here. Now,
Is it still open?
Tabor, I could go 5 hours on about how that was unfair and look at how they did these people. Or Tabor, I don't wear the shirt. I don't wear the shoes. I don't wear the sneakers. And guess what? I enjoy my show and nobody says anything to me. So I would rather do that than that's what I'm saying. Going in there defiant and trying to take them dudes. Why would I do that? So, and then I know, see, that's the thing that a lot of black people don't deal with. A lot of black people don't realize how many black people got money. They just don't think black people got money.
I know
Man,
how it is, bro.
it's a whole lot of black people got money, man. They do not want to be around no broke nigga. I don't care where they came from. They don't want to be around no broke nigga.
Yeah.
And believe
For
me, let me
sure.
tell you something. They gonna put your ass out. If you show up in Jordans and flea market shit, they gonna put your ass out. They don't want to be around you.
Depending on how you move, bro, they're
All
not
right.
gonna care, bro.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, fam. I'm continuously telling you how I dress. I'm telling you some of the photos that you will see, bro, when it comes to at least the religious side of where I used to work at and the people that I was around, I just didn't fit in, bro. But I was there. in real time. Ain't nobody can tell you I was dressed any other way but how I was dressed.
And the money thing, black people think money will save them. No, no, it won't. They still will put you out.
They'll put you out.
Damn right.
And they ain't
When-
gotta accept you. They ain't gotta accept nothing you got going
I've seen.
on,
No,
bro.
let me tell you something, bro. I'm in a community of black people, and there's what is that? The aristocratic class. There's a
Yeah.
class of blacks, upper crust, money makers, bruh. If they look at you as ghetto, I don't give a fuck about your $100,000 in ones. They gonna put your ass out. They don't fuck. They don't need your money. You gotta understand.
Class,
They don't need it. They'll look at you and say, "Nah, bruh." You say, "Well, hold up."
classes,
Yeah, they don't want
it
you in there,
matters.
man.
Yeah,
They do not
It
and
want
don't.
you in.
the problem
They could care less about what you think. They do
and
not want you in there.
and like I just said, bro, no matter what, y'all as black people who thinking like this, bro, y'all still out here a certain way. The people still treat y'all a certain way. There's still laws that don't favor y'all, and y'all trying to do everything in your power to fit in, and it ain't working, bro.
It's
That's a
working for me. I
factual
don't know.
situation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's working for me.
I
Right.
guess
Yep.
I guess it's
I'm
working.
coming up.
I
Yep.
guess it's work. I hear you. I hear you talking, but we talking about the majority, right? Base. That's what we
Tabor,
talking about.
okay,
Tabor.
you saying
Tabor.
in general. Yeah, Tabor, I can go. I'm telling you right now, me, and I'm a regular smegular dude. I ain't got no money. Tabor, when I get dressed and I go somewhere, I get treated better than white folks.
Exactly.
They respect me, Tabor. I don't give them no reason to disrespect me.
Right.
They don't have no reason to do it.
They don't
I
have
do
no
every.
reason to do it for me either, bro.
But hey, Platt, what's up, man?
All right, go ahead.
I'll be up just a quick 10 minutes. I just wanted to say, old school used to say you get dressed up or decently dressed for church and going out to eat for dinner. If you're going out to a special restaurant, I ain't talking about going out to Applebee's and nothing like that. You're going out to a nice restaurant and going to like to the airport, be reasonably dressed. Class F, called class F. People notice that amongst you, strangers and stuff like that. Now, over the last 10 or so years, you see with the bonnets and other stuff, how people dress when they go to the airport, even if it's in the morning, I understand. Your class effort is still judged to a certain degree. Now, you don't want to help that with your behavior, how you acting belligerent, hostile. You just feeding into the stereotype. And let's do a little rational discernment, Plat. If we make up 13% of the population, right? Say out of that, 6 or 7 are the ignorant class. That leaves us about another 6 or 7 that are the reasonable class, the folks that care about how we act and how we appear and stuff like that. They're not gonna really care about that 7 to 6% of us. They're not. They're not because they were like, you don't make up a big enough, to change my business. Therefore, you can carry your ass. They're gonna tell you to leave. Sorry. Well, I'm not like them. I get that, sir, but that other 6% that acts belligerent and hostile and ignorant. I'm sorry. We just, so that tells you we don't make up a big enough population. Even if it's 4% that acts ignorant, that means we're 9%. That's still not big enough for them to say, we're gonna try to curtail our business to them,
Yeah,
unless we're like 15 or 20%.
no.
You,
Hold on for a minute, brother. Hold on. Look. Let me tell you something. The whole money thing. I don't do that. And what I mean by that is, I'm not gonna give you money to try to prove to you that I got some money, so
that
treat
ain't a
me
flex.
fair. No, I don't do that, man.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
shouldn't. You
giving no
shouldn't do
money.
that.
Ah, bro, man, I didn't say, bro. I know a car lot right now. I'm seeing white dudes with a T-shirt, Levi's, and old cowboy boots walk in there and buy cash
Mm-hmm.
$25,000 Jeep for their daughter, and that dude looks straight bummed out,
Yep.
bummed out. So what I'm saying is, nobody disrespected him. And so what I'm saying, he came in, he wasn't it, but you know what he didn't do? He didn't get loud,
Exactly.
and he wasn't
Yeah.
trying to demand nothing.
Yeah. You
He-
want ignorant. Yeah.
yeah, he paid for that shit cash. And that's what I'm saying. It's how you present yourself. Now that's a
Yeah.
white guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I would have tried that,
You a
it
nigga.
just wouldn't have worked, man. I'm telling you, it's black. It was a black Carla, black people just gonna judge you, man. You know, and you see, we can sit here and debate if it's right or wrong, but in the meantime, do you want the car or do you want to go ahead, get in there and get out? And that's my thing. I want to get in there. You know what? If I'm going to the trap, I'm gonna have on my baggy sweats, my
Yeah.
oversized gas station tee, and my fitted hat.
What
I'm
you
going
thought
to
about that?
I'm going to the trap. So I'm
What you
going to
thought?
the trap, get something out of there. But if I'm going to downtown, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
dressed like, you know, slacks,
Class effort.
shoes,
Yeah, you can show
yeah,
class effort.
button
Yeah.
down shirt. I'm sorry, that's because of my age and I'm a man. So
Yeah.
and I expect to be treated like a man. I'm not gonna dress like a little ass boy and
And
get
America
harassed.
still don't respect y'all. Didn't y'all just lose y'all
You
voting
said
like you
y'all.
just
Hold up,
said?
hold up. Tabor, you
Oh
said
Lord.
y'all. You
I
would be a
said
part,
y'all.
but you would be a part of the y'all, Tabor.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
vote. But the point is, I'm
What does
making
it
is
have to
that
do? Hold up, Tabor.
didn't you just
Tabor,
say y'all lost y'all voting in power, bro? You said just said
you
it.
lost yours.
I don't vote. I don't play their
This
game.
guy. This
You pay
guy.
That's
taxes,
what I'm
don't you?
telling you,
You
bro.
pay taxes. You do play the game.
Hey, bro, I got a business, bro. So you can take that as you want.
And the guy
So
down there
certain
who's a barber out of business. A point being
that
is you still
that's
got
not
to.
that what I'm
You
telling you is and see that's what I'm saying. Like I'm making points, you just don't want to hear it. What I'm
make
telling y'all,
rational points. Then don't just make it
it is
opinionated.
rational. You just don't want to accept it. America don't care about what y'all dress like. Platt was just talking a week ago
What's the
about you
revelation
losing.
about that? You still living in Disney? That ain't no revelation. Duh.
Platinum was just talking about how we lost voting rights, bro. So keep dressing how y'all want to, keep stepping and fetching, and let me know how that play out for you, dog.
Okay.
Let
And
me
whatever
know.
There you
business laws
go.
they put on
Actually,
your
it worked.
business,
But
don't
you want,
complain, Mister. I don't
yeah,
vote.
hold on. If you want to
It
be
don't
fair,
matter what you're talking about.
if you want to be absolutely fair with what Tabor said, Stephen Fetch was a millionaire. Was he the first black millionaire?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
worked for him. No, I don't
I
agree
don't
with. No,
even
no, I
know who
get
that
what you're
is.
saying.
I just know that. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
That's a real person. That person was a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I agree with that? No, but white America wanted to see him, and he went on to become a millionaire.
Was he an entertainer?
Yeah, he was a comedian.
Most black men, most black people in America are entertainers. That's rich, bro. That should tell y'all something. And if it don't,
It,
then okay.
I'm gonna tell you something about called behavior narrative. Chinese people, like when you go to get some Chinese food, that girl that talks like she's Chinese, like how you doing? She talks as American as anybody. She's fitting your behavior narrative, meaning that all cultures, the ignorant folks believe how someone else should act. Some placate to it to make them feel comfortable. Yeah. Oh yes, I do your nails. Yes, I do. You walk out of the business. We done. All right, I'm gonna go for my lunch break. Exactly. Behavior narrative for the ignorant folks to get that money, to get that dollar. Because at the end of the day, when they get that money from you, now they got the power. You
Yeah,
don't see that because you're not complex thinking.
and hold on, and that's
Ain't nobody worried about that because
no,
I don't
no.
need to think like that.
You don't
Well,
need. You don't think
that's
at all.
that's the way the
I
world. No,
guess.
no, the world is
And
Yeah.
that's what
shaped.
I'm saying.
The
See what
world
I
is
mean,
shaped.
Platt?
No, the world is shaped. If look at Lizzo. She lives in Calabasas. It's less than 0.001% black people
Mm-hmm.
in Calabasas. She lives there. She's got a Hollywood home
Mm-hmm.
mansion in the hills. She can't when she goes to shop. 90% of the time, it's just her. It's
Yep.
just her out there shopping. But she's Lizzo, and it's how she dresses and carries herself. If she went out
Yep.
there with an attitude, I'm gonna wear
Mm-hmm.
my bonnet and
Mm-hmm.
my butt, where her butt's probably cheeks probably are out because she always keeps. But yeah, like that, then they're not gonna. Even though she's a multi-millionaire, they're gonna treat her like some type of stereotype. So what I'm saying is, what's the point in going through it when you know that's going to happen? Just go ahead, dress a little bit better. And I didn't say that wouldn't still be racist. I didn't say that. I'm saying you putting your best foot forward, and 99% of the time, you whatever you're trying to get, you'll be able to get.
I say this plat when I went to a dinner party way back when I was like 19 or 20, right? It was an upscale dinner party. Black folks, all black folks. Somebody, you know, the whole salad fork thing, whatever. And they corrected the person about salad fork, and it was all black people there. They looked at that person like they were like a chimp or somebody off a deserted island somewhere. Because this person's not educated, they're not informed, over a damn salad fork. But that tells you, even in the black community, they'll just diminish you on your education or your right here. You say black culture. Culture deals with exposure. They'll say, oh, they're not exposed to a lot. They must come from a really remedial background. So that tells you if you don't have a lot of knowledge of something, okay, all right, you know, if you're a country boy, that's cool. But just realize, even amongst other folks in your racial group, Hispanic, Asian, they'll look at you. They had a movie about the Asian girl when she went to a dinner party. They looked at her as less than. It's like the nail girl. They look at you as less than when they feel you're not educated. People take offense by that. It doesn't have to just be black, white, or racial. It's just dealing with your educational exposure or overall just culture where you come from. The girls that went to that steakhouse, you said I think that the video a couple of days ago, a week ago, when they got belligerent in the steakhouse with the waitress. I looked at that. Oh hell, not another one. Got loud in the steakhouse. All you see in there is white folks. Easily. Why come to the steakhouse? Go to another steakhouse. You go to Cracker Barrel. They don't want you there. They've been pointed out at Cracker Barrel. They use code terms for the black customers because it's meant for the white customers. They don't want you there. Wake up. It's not Disney. Start your own business then. Somebody's brought up about having a business. Start your own breakfast business. Start your own whatever. You don't have to worry about someone looking at you. Oh, we got to deal with these black folks. That's reality.
See, we have to also deal with the fact that black folks are the main people who be doing that.
Exactly. Act ignorant, hostile. All right, Keisha, don't come to this steakhouse.
And you know, I mean, like you can say what you want about that. I disagree with
No. They don't want you in there, Platt. They don't.
Well, I disagree with
they don't want you in there.
I disagree with prejudging people. I don't think you should do it, but people do it. And
it's called life. That's reality. We're not robots. That's reality.
Now that you said that, KP, everybody, you should think twice when you open up that door. Exactly. How you presenting yourself to the world.
Exactly.
You know, and now if you're going, like I said, if I'm going to the trap, you're right. I'm gonna be thuggy. I'm gonna be bummy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to the trap.
But the trap folks would judge you too. Oh, he ain't hood. He ain't street.
Yeah, they're gonna say I'm broke.
Well, broke, yeah. They might look at you as a lick. Let's go get this dude right quick.
Oh, broke ass nigga.
You got probably more money in the bank account than all of them combined. You got a bank account at least. They don't even got a bank account.
Yeah, you're right. They can't state money at the shopping at Kroger.
Man, it don't even matter, bro. Like just based on what y'all talking about and y'all talking about reality or what it is, bro. Reality is no matter how long y'all been doing what y'all been doing and dressed a certain way, the American people look at you a certain way regardless, bro.
But that don't make sense what you're saying. That means that you're saying because white people, some of them are racist, then I should not do my best as far as how I present myself.
I didn't say that, bro. I didn't say that at all. What? Listen, bro. I just made the point, bro. I've been over here killing y'all arguments based on what conversations we done had. You already said we lost voting power, bro. If y'all dressing a certain way and y'all doing everything right, then why are y'all losing then? Why is things not getting done?
It's because, all right, I'm gonna break it down slowly.
This nigga got all the answers, bro. You ain't gotta break it down, bro.
If you got ignorant folks on one side, it's the ignorant folks that don't want you to have the vote. It's the ignorant folks on that side that don't want you to have the voting right. It means the whole group of white folks. It's the ignorant side.
Else. It don't matter. Blame somebody else, bro. It still ain't working. No matter what you say.
The entire group don't want you to have voting rights. No, it's the ignorant group that got the power now that don't want you to have the voting rights.
It don't matter. They was able to do something to you that you ain't doing to them. No matter what you got on.
Are you Dominican? Because you seem like you ain't black. You always hear about.
Bro, you ain't even making sense right now. Like, bro, make your point, bro.
Are you from another country?
I ain't took a personal shot at you at all. Make your point,
personal shot. You don't want to get emotional, which is the feminine trait.
I'm
But
not
okay,
emotional, bro.
all
I
right,
He
talk
yeah,
like
you
stays
this
are.
all the
Because you
emotional.
taking
time.
it
What
He
are you
personal. You
stays
talking
taking
he
about?
it personal.
stays emotional.
Because
You
of the way
taking
I
it
talk,
emotional.
bro.
No,
Y'all
I'm
just be
explaining to you.
y'all
You're
more
saying
emotional
the
than me.
ignorant side, the Trumpers represent all white folks. That's what you're saying. They got the power
That's not
now.
what I said. I've never said that, nigga. What are you talking about? Don't
So
put words in
what
my
is your
mouth.
rational
Make your point.
point then? Because to me, you
I've
just
already
blowing out your
said it,
mouth
bro. I just said it like 4 or 5 times. You're
about
not
voting.
listening.
Yeah,
About voting.
but Tabor, don't like use racism as a weapon to try to
What?
justify stuff. We can't control racism,
What are
Tabor.
you
Exactly.
talking about me using it? I'm telling you, we talking about reality, right? So how are we not speaking about reality now? Being that I'm making a point about it. I didn't do it to you.
But that don't mean okay. That's fine. I don't know. It's like you keep removing yourself from that. The
I'm
race,
not
the
removing myself from
racism,
nothing.
the racism is toward the group. Okay, but we're not having a racism discussion. We're saying, do you put your best foot forward?
Yeah, exactly.
You are suggesting that it's for whatever reasons you it's there are times you don't think you should or you have to, and we're trying to say you should at all times. And
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 that's
and and we know there's disagreement. And the whole point, like Jasmine and KP are saying, that that's just black people. You have to put your best foot forward. Forget. See, I'm not even talking about the white community. And not now. If you're dealing with thugs and the hood,
Yep.
and you're right, it don't matter. But you're dealing with black people with money. You better put your best foot forward.
Like I said about
You
the dinner
you
party, it
don't
was no
know
white
them.
folks
No,
there.
that's what I'm
They was
saying. No,
still
you don't
judging.
know them. You don't know them,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. I am telling you, bro. You better have your shit together.
Yeah, exactly.
They are not
Pat,
going to
bro.
accept
I
you thugged out. They ain't gonna accept you with no flea market, oversized
Look at you. Look
basketball.
at
They
bro,
are
well,
not.
Pat, we had this conversation before, maybe a couple months ago, and I already told you, bro. I was able to, I guess, finesse my way into City Hall in Houston, Texas, bro. I know how to dress, bro. I know how to talk, bro. I know how to get at people, bro.
Okay. You finesse your way into City Hall. Okay.
okay.
So when y'all can tell me how I
We're not
ate,
trying.
go ahead,
Okay.
bro.
Hold. Let's because we do this. Tabor, we're trying to help the people listening. This isn't.
I
This
mean,
isn't
y'all
self.
kind of
Hold
not,
up.
bro.
This isn't self help for Tabor. You know, you have a right to participate and give your opinion. But I mean, what you do is what you do, bro. You did A, you did B. We're talking about in general, right? This whole black culture advice. We're talking about in general. I think Jasmine thinks, KP thinks, you should put your best foot forward at all times. Period.
I'm not
What's
saying that you shouldn't, bro. I'm telling you that no matter what y'all telling me about best foot forward, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, you can have that
this nigga?
opinion. I disagree with
It's not.
that.
It's not a. It. Okay, bro. Okay, I
What's
hear
the
you.
term civilized mean? What's the term civilized mean? This always saying act civilized. Simple. Act civilized. Black folks, Hispanic folks, when you're around anybody, because you get judged by other black folks. You know that, right? Houston's a multi-black city, right? So it's not just about being around Bob and
It's money.
Tom.
It's money in Houston.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a mostly good black population down there. So when you're in a restaurant around a bunch of, like you said earlier, well-to-do black folks, Platt, you can get judged just as much as if you're around a bunch of well-to-do white folks. Who's this ignorant nigga? That's seriously. That's how they're gonna think. Civilized, simple.
And black people will do it quicker. That's in my in
Hell
my
yeah.
in my experience dealing with white people with money and dealing with black people with money.
Yep, that's facts.
Black people with money have discriminated with me against me way quicker.
What's your
Looked
Yeah,
at
I don't
what's
know
me
what
and
that feel
sized me
like,
up.
bro.
Looked at me, sized me up,
Yep,
and judged me out the
yep.
gate. Like I said, if I go to Mercedes to buy a
Because
car, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I honestly feel like the reason why black people do that to each other because we familiarize each other in a way where we can almost be too familiar. Where I feel like it's like we kind of lose that professionalism with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yep.
lose that we just lose some. It's like we don't value each other. We do.
Yep.
It's like you start
Yep.
treating them too familiar, and it can
Mm-hmm.
mess up a lot of stuff, and it can devalue the interaction or whatever the
Yep.
encounter is. Versus white people, they know we already come to serve, and we come correct to them because I think we do kind of we don't familiarize them like that. Like,
Uh,
oh no,
hey,
I gotta perform like this.
Jasmine, how many times you hear this? If it's a black-owned business, a restaurant, whatever have you, and you got black customers, hey, brother, look out, man. Your price is a little high, man. You need to cut that down a little bit, bro. Come
Well,
on,
no, that's the truth.
yeah,
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Black people be
you know.
they be the
Yeah.
highest ones.
So sometimes it's
Yeah.
best to just have your business. Say you got a white owner, you might be the silent partner as the black owner. So now I'm gonna have a white guy stand out front because I don't want to deal with that shit.
A lot of them do. No, a
Yeah.
lot of black businesses will hire white
Yep.
people
And I
quicker.
would.
That's what I'm saying. We talk about racism, bro. Black businesses have a whole. You go in there, ain't no but white people in there.
Exactly, flat.
I
You're
mean,
always
that's what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, bro. Look, I'm telling you, all of that other stuff. A motherfucker is dreaming if they think that um they won't be victimized by racism and judgment
Mm-hmm.
by black people. They smoking crack. Black people do that. In my opinion, they do it way more than white people.
Exactly. That's the reality of it. I hate to say it, but that is what it is. You be like, damn, my own try to put me down. Oh, this is too high. Oh, the guy across the street, his ice is colder. I mean, all right, man, whatever.
Man,
Yeah.
most black people, bro, swear they got all the solutions, answers, but don't implement nothing that they be talking about, bro. Ain't no needles getting moved based on what y'all talking about, dog.
Well,
So y'all can make.
we
I
trying.
hear you.
I've
DeBoer.
always told folks, I don't want to hear about the issue. I want to hear about the solution. So tell me, what's the solution then, DeBoer? Because you give me the issue. What's the solution then?
I don't have one for you. Figure
Exactly.
one
So
out for
you're talking
yourself.
against yourself. You're talking
Bro,
against
you don't
yourself.
know what I got going on, dog. You just
I'm not talking
talking.
about your personal life. I'm talking about what is the
I'm not
solution.
talking about personal life either. I'm talking about what I got going on. You don't know. And there's no need to explain because you won't even listen to me on some basic. You trying to tell me what it is, calling me Dominican and everything else. And I'm coming
Dominican
from the
meaning
same place.
you don't think yourself as black.
Yeah,
Bruh,
well,
That's
I
what I
don't know.
say.
That's on you, KP. But I don't. We
what are you
don't really.
talking about?
That doesn't matter over here.
Hey,
I
y'all,
don't know.
y'all,
No,
y'all, y'all.
He
he's
is
a
separating himself.
no.
Exactly.
He's a caller.
Bro,
Jasmine has
that
a
don't
rational
even make
mind. She
no
understood
Well,
what I was
sense, bro.
saying. Exactly.
That don't. How am I separating myself, Jasmine?
So
Let
you
me
You've
ask
been
saying
you.
doing
What
it
you
the
y'all.
whole
saying?
time saying, "Oh, y'all lost y'all vote. Y'all
Yeah,
this."
that's what I
You
said. The
Because
are
I
Dominican
don't
separating
vote.
comment.
yourself.
So I wouldn't be a part of that. I don't vote.
Oh my
It's a
lord.
factual
Y'all,
statement. I ain't
you
voted since
saying y'all
no
having to
19, bro.
assimilate. Y'all have to do this. Y'all, yeah, that's
Because that's
you're
what you telling me
separating
y'all
yourself.
Oh,
do.
no.
Y'all
I take it
dress
back.
a certain way.
He must be living in another country. Never mind. I'm sorry. You must be living in another country then, right?
That don't even make sense, dog.
You know what I mean?
look
Because
look at
rules
That's
the
still
not me.
apply to you,
Like you
even if
just
you haven't
talking.
voted in 6 years.
hold up. Your attention is invited to the thumbnail. If you can't take your time out and go look at the thumbnail, you see that? You see that? Black people with money. You see that?
Hmm.
16 annual back.
Bachelor art. They take about 14, 15 guys and they auction them off. It's a bunch of women
Mm-hmm.
and it's a black event. Normally it's money. Now this is a money event.
Yeah,
This is not no hood stuff. This is money.
Nope.
So
Nope.
you go in and most of the women making money and the guys make money.
Damn
And
right.
and
yeah,
I'm saying this ain't nothing hood about it, nothing ghetto. Uh
yeah,
and and, and so can you, I'm saying, include myself, let me say, can you fit in this platinum? Yeah, I admit the way I've been living, yes. I mean, I got to make a few adjustments, but yes, I can. But
Mm-hmm.
if I say I'm defiant, I'm going to do what I want to do, it ain't going to work. Because I got to compete against them other dudes. I want the women to bid for me.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what lane you in, though. Are you in your own lane, or are you trying to get in somebody else's?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Man, your own lane. You got your own thing going on. When you walk in the room, when people address you, are they addressing you based on what they heard about you and what they know you got going on? Or are they you doing something what everybody else doing? You going for a sales job. You trying to do basic things, bro.
Help us out, Tabor. If you were a part of this event, how would you present yourself? We see the guy. How would you present yourself?
I wouldn't be at that because I wouldn't
Oh, come on.
subject myself to that as a black man, bro. I'm just telling you.
You would
Subject,
subject. Hold up. You would
subject,
subject yourself to a
being
bachelor's
classy and having civility.
auction.
No, bro.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't let nobody put me in no auction, bro. For no reason. That don't even make sense to me. Why would I play that game?
Okay. Well, that's what it is. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
just for fun.
Yeah, it's like a Jack and Jill.
You don't even have to
yeah.
go nowhere with when the woman says, "Okay,
Mhm.
we got $3,000 and you win." You can go, like sit at her table, but you don't have to date her.
Nope.
You can sit at her
I
table
mean,
about 5 minutes. Thank you. The money's going to charity. And she'll talk to you or whatever. Now it's up to you. Grown, she grown. Y'all want to change numbers, but I'm telling you, most of the time, once the bachelor is chosen, the money goes to charity. Everybody has fun, and if the guy's married or the guy's got a girlfriend, he goes back to her, and that's and they leave. The money they get a small amount of money. They might get $30, something like that. But no, the money, all of it goes to charity.
yeah, I wouldn't do that for my own charity.
I got you, bro.
But Platt, it was when I had a conversation with this Haitian nurse the other day when I had to do something medical wise, and we had a conversation for 30 minutes. The point being was how cultures inside the black community separate themselves on the idea, like and black Americans are seen as the lesser than. See, with British folks, the whole Drewski skit that came out, British folks probably British blacks, I mean, Caribbean blacks, they look down on FBAs, whatever you want to call it, especially the last 40 years, because we've regressed since the civil rights movement. They say, oh, black Americans are just sorry, lazy. They don't want to push themselves forward. We already know how it is with Africans. So it's that stereotype with us. It doesn't help when they're in the airplane or that restaurant and they see us acting hostile, belligerent, ignorant for small stuff. Now, for something really offensive, I understand you stand up for yourself. Don't get me wrong. But when you act just foolish, loud, like Eddie, I forgot the comedian's name,
Mhm.
just loud in public, you just feeding into that whole idea of how black Americans are.
Well,
Culture.
a lot of us, Tabor. Look, I'm sorry, and this whole YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Don't nobody listen to this, but it's me. This is me.
Yeah.
We got to get out of the ghetto because we don't realize how much we hold ourselves back because of the way they think. Them people just do not understand the world.
Yeah.
They don't. They think the world is downtown and back home. No, it's a big world out here. It is a tremendous world out here, and free yourself. Fuck the ghetto. Free yourself.
But I gotta keep it real, Platt. I gotta keep it real.
You gotta free yourself, man. You deserve to be treated better. You deserve it. You deserve it. Now, if you got the money, you got the money, but you gotta free yourself. I'm not trying to prove shit, especially to some fucking niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I'm going to get a Benz, I don't give a fuck what you call me. I go after the white man. I grab the white man and say, "Excuse me, sir," or "Hold up for a minute, I'm working somebody." I wait.
Yeah.
I wait. I see that black woman walking around looking.
Yeah, she don't want to deal with you.
There you go. It's cool. I don't want to deal with her. Then I get that white man. I buy my car. I don't give a fuck what she do. I'm not gonna go through. Well, I'm finna judge you. I'm not gonna let her judge me. But then again, I know how to dress so that I present the best position. I have done it. I have been to a luxury dealership and I'm on the lot and a black guy comes out and he respects me and he talks to me with respect and he says, "Hey, you want to test drive it?" And I'm standing there, I ain't showed him no ID, I ain't showed him no credit check. And he's like, come on. And we go get in the car. And yeah, and if I'm buying, you damn right I want him to get the commission.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah. I'm not going through nothing, man.
But if Jeff, the white guy, typically car salesman, treats you with just as much respect. Hey, how you doing, play? How you doing? So, what vehicle are you interested in? Oh, okay. Let me show you this car right quick.
Yeah, they don't say
You,
plat. They don't say plat, but there's
I'm just
nah,
saying,
man. They
using that.
do
I
it.
ain't saying
Now,
your real name. I'm just
hold
saying,
on. You can say, okay, he a white guy.
yeah.
He just going through the motions. Well, what do I need him to do? I mean, I just need him to sell me a car. I mean, he can
Yeah, yeah,
dislike black people. He can
yeah,
dislike me.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I get him off the hook. I say, okay. And same thing with a black man, black woman. They don't like me. Like you're a broke nigga. Okay, but can you sell me this car?
Exactly.
That's all I care about, man. I ain't trying to change the world. I'm trying to get me a deal.
Get you a nice vehicle for a good price.
But I'm not gonna beg someone to help me. You see what I'm saying?
Uh,
You ain't gotta tell me, cause that's the way I am. I ain't gotta beg nobody. I refuse to.
yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It was that Cosby Show episode when Bill went to go buy the car from Sinbad's character? He didn't go in there dressed like he was a doctor. He went in dressed like he was a damn mechanic, like he was a blue collar guy. And then I guess somebody saw him in the dealership and say, Dr. Huxtable. And he's oh shit.
Yeah. Tabor, you be looking, you love BT, don't you?
I don't watch TV like that, bro.
My fault. I meant KP. I said Tabor.
And I'm
You're
saying
right.
the symbolism, Platt. I'm saying the symbolism. You're talking about how you got to dress a certain way. He's an OB-GYN doctor that makes probably $250,000 a year, but he didn't want to pay that extra money because they feel like, well, he's rich. He's got the money to spend. So I'm gonna go dressed like I'm a local mechanic and get a deal. That's my point.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's people with money. They do want.
Yeah. So
They do
yeah, I'm
want
saying you
deals.
still want to get a deal even if you're rich. You want to save money. But
And what you present to the world, though, including in the hood, and that's up to you. I can move into a black neighborhood right now. I'm talking about middle class black neighborhood. I'm talking about 60,000 to 120,000. Maybe people say, well, Platt, that's low income. Okay, I can move into a low income neighborhood, 60,000 to 120 throughout the neighborhood. I need to present myself in a matter that commands respect. So if I walk around with gas station T-shirts, oversized clothes, sweats, Nikes, Jordans,
yeah,
fitteds, and hold up, and I'm over in my 30s, I can't get mad at the people if they judge me as a low end type Negro, a low class nigga. How am I get mad? I'm talking about the black people. How come I get mad at them?
Yeah.
What have I given to give them the idea I'm not that?
And you can walk around in a suit with some slippery shoes on and have a nice car with a nice watch and a good job, and they can treat you just like you came in with some Jordans on.
Who would do that to you, Devor?
Not me, but I've seen it done.
I ain't seen that one.
I have watched when I was at the Avis Center in Houston, bro. I was in a position to I was in a position to give people certain deals. There's certain people that look just like me from other countries, right? Same color, that had an opportunity with me. I gave them a sweet deal. They end up dealing with they didn't want to deal with me. So they go to the owner. They ended up having to pay full price, bro. And then when they had their event, and I got photos and videos, when they had their event, it was trash because they had to spend most of their money on the venue. No, so they couldn't get no marketing. They
Okay.
couldn't pay people to come through for the video and the photos. And then at the end of that, not conversation, the end of that event, the dude had to come to me and ask me for the videos and photos, and he couldn't even afford me, bro. And that's what the owner told me to do. If they don't want to hire you out front, if they don't want to pay you right now, he say, you go do what you do. You get your videos, your photos. I guarantee you they're going to come back. And when they come back, you charge them double of what you're supposed to charge them. And that's what I did. And homie was sick. I still got his content. He ain't even got photos of his content. I mean, he ain't even
I
got
got you, brother.
none of his content or videos or whatever. I own it.
Was like, but Charleston White Platt, you know how he said when he tried to act, not sure, clad with class and the civil and being civil, people weren't listening to him. So he said he had to turn up the ratchet meter. He had to get ignorant.
Oh yeah, and look, I personally, I don't like Charleston White. Now, you know who really likes Charleston White?
Uh-huh.
Jasmine. She likes him. I don't particularly care for him,
So
but
much he got quiet over there.
no, I will admit he serves a purpose.
Yeah.
That's a
I'll
point
say that
right
in a
there,
minute.
though. Of what
Well,
y'all just said he did. All that civilized stuff, how y'all talking right now, acting civilized. And then look what gets him more money. Him acting like the way he's supposed to act.
there you
With
go.
us
He
though.
serves a part. He does serve a purpose.
That goes against everything y'all talking about right
No, it
now.
don't. No, it
Yes,
don't.
it does.
He
He
serves
admitted
a
himself. He
purpose.
said
He's doing the opposite of what y'all talking about.
he's doing step and fetching in so many ways.
Man, how? He's who
Because
he
he realizes
is.
with us.
That nigga say he's stepping and fetching, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he
Come
admitted
on,
it.
bro.
He admitted it. He said when whether he's doing stuff in courthouses, when he was doing stuff dealing with racism in whatever city, Dallas, whatever.
I know that story.
Yeah, I'm saying. But with our community, he said he got to turn on the nigga meter to get us to look at him. Now, that's messed up. He ain't talking about the white folks. He's talking about us.
He want to make more money. He already said
I get
it.
that. That's why I say you got to turn on the step and fetch meter for us.
But that's who he actually is, though. That's why he can sit amongst 5-10 people and get all on their top, bro. Pause. He does it all the time.
But Charleston White presses rappers mostly rappers,
sure.
and nobody else but him does that. So what I mean, he serves a purpose. There's nobody else really doing that but him.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, because he's right a lot of the times
on Boosie,
and he does make black people look at the hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he talks about a young boy, but he talks about how black people flock out there and it's bad lyrics and it's crime, and nobody's willing to say it but him. So that aspect of him, he serves a purpose. Now, do I like him? Not really, no. Like,
but that goes. That's a 180 of what y'all talking about right now in real time, bro.
How is it a 180?
It's a 180. He don't have the suit on. He makes more money doing what he's doing now. When he had the suit on,
you know what? I'm glad you said that. Charleston White is exactly the type of nigga that gets kicked out of a nightclub with a pocket full of money.
And he fine
man, you
with
need to
that,
be around
bro.
black. No, you need to be around black. Man, black people don't care about you. They got money.
But
the
that's
people
what
the people you dealing with. Tabor, you can have a nightclub. You want Tabor, you got money. If you don't like me or you don't like what's the point? You got all of these people in there. All of these people who've been supporting you. And they want to have fun. And I come in there and I'm sort of ghetto. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. And you say, I don't like this guy. And I got a big old pocket full of money. You say, man, get the fuck out of my club.
Get your ass.
You talk about I got some money. I don't give a fuck. Get your ass out of my club. They do. I've seen them do it to boy. That's what they do. So I'm saying you trying to say the money. No, it don't solve all. No, it don't.
I'm not talking about just the money, bro. I done been kicked out of clubs for the same reason, bro. Well, not even cutting up. Cause I don't even be moving like that. I'm really quiet. I got me a couple of dollars. I can buy me some drinks. I can sit and chill. And when I start talking a certain way, that's when people start feeling the way. But you can't tell me based on what y'all telling me right now, Charleston White just proves y'all wrong. He was being somebody he's not. Despite the fact he can walk in the courtroom and know chiefs of police, but still be able to move the way he want to move for the most part, even in that sector, bro. And they don't, like he said before, they don't even know this version of me. They know the other one, the one that be in the courtroom.
Okay, I got you. Show me one version. Show me anything Charleston White podcast. And remember, I think he serves a purpose. So remember, I don't particularly care for him, but I think he serves a purpose. Show me anywhere Charleston White has been with a pastor. Charleston White has been with a legitimate podcaster. How about this? Just college educated people. Show me anywhere, as long as he's been on the internet, he's been around people like that.
But he don't need to be,
bro.
No,
hold up, the boy. Everywhere he's been around nothing but fucking niggers.
Because
you know
that's
it, and I know it. Everything he's ever did. Everybody who's called him on a podcast, he's been nothing but a fucking nigger. He's a nigger, and they're niggers.
Bro,
Get
that
out of
keeps
here,
him
bro.
in the algorithm, bro. He even said it about
he been down there. He just got off No Jumper.
Oh yeah.
That's the algorithm. The No Jumper is part of the algorithm, bro. People watch that show.
Called out Adam 22.
And people love that he did it. Look how another situation where his name is out there for him getting on somebody else, bro. He don't need to be amongst no college educated. They're young, bro. He don't need to punch on them. He need to be punching on the people his age that ain't doing nothing and swear to God that they got all the solutions.
Who young? You mean young boy?
Yeah,
no,
NBA.
No,
I'm talking. None of the people he talks about are his age.
Yeah,
bro. Yes, he is, bro.
Who?
He talk about everybody.
Charleston White is in his 50s. He's in his fucking.
No, he's 50s. Not, bro. He's 45, bro.
Okay.
He's a few years older than me, bro.
Charleston White is 45, and 90% of his criticism is rappers, the rap community. Them people ain't that old.
Yeah.
Man, them people are about 40, bro. Rappers are old, bro.
Young boy, 25 years old.
There's a few people that are young, bro. But if you listen to a majority of his conversation, if he's talking about women, bro, these women are his age that he's talking to. He's not talking to young women like that. You will see him on certain things. But
I'm glad you like him, man. And
it's not about me liking him, bro.
Jasmine, you go to sleep. Jasmine done got drunk and done fell asleep.
No, you brought up Charles. She
drinking her wine. She drank her little wine bottle when she got off from work. she done fell asleep, to boy.
She took a plat nap.
Yeah, we born her. Yeah, platinum take a nap. I'll tell you about it. Nah, bro, that right there, that just went against everything. Y'all brought up Charleston White, bro. That's him being who he want to be. The person he's supposed to be gets more recognition than a person that he really ain't.
But Tabor, you're talking about YouTube attention. We're talking about the real world.
Bro, YouTube is the real world. Why you keep saying that, bro? Instagram is the real world. Facebook is the real world. Those are real
It's the real world. Goddamn, the Matrix already.
Yeah, they're
Come
not.
on,
That's
bro. We can't say it ain't influencing people.
Instagram is not the real world. Facebook, social media is not the real world. You know, and they've already put out. They've done tests that we study in a like I'm not. It said what the guy came up. The first time I came up said 2009 or whatever is when the internet exploded.
Yep.
Fortunately for me, I lived before 2009. Yeah, exactly. You got to know, you got to see people in person. You got to read social cues. You got to be able to talk to people and see their expression. Instagram and the internet, yeah, you can communicate more, but you don't know who you're communicating with.
Hell no.
You don't see that. You know
what kills your argument with, bro? What kills your argument with that, bro, is YouTube Shorts, the way TikTok works, the way Instagram Reel works, Facebook Reels work. People mindset and attention span ain't that long, bro.
That's the Gen
you can
Zs,
say
though.
what it ain't. Come on, bro.
That's
we talk
Gen
about
Zs,
billion-dollar companies, bro. That's not just Gen Z, bro. That's millennials. That's boomers. They online looking goofy too.
Hell no.
Come on, bro. You seen the old people
They already
online.
said the Gen Alpha generations are gonna be slower or less intelligent already. Because
and you can say that, but they got 15-year-olds that's millionaires from playing video games, so that's killing your argument, bro.
So there you
Y'all
go again
talking about
about the
old
money
school
over
learning.
culture. You can have all
It's
the money
not
in the
about,
damn world,
bro.
but if you can't barely read a 2-paragraph sentence, a 2-paragraph document,
That's
I don't
where
care
we
how
at in
much.
the world, bro.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't matter what you think. You don't own a $1 billion company. They have algorithms that know what people want to watch, bro.
What
They
about
Nino
know how to
Brown.
push
Hey,
ads,
so
bro.
that argument rails the idea. Nino Brown was the biggest drug dealer, but
Bro, that was a
he was
fake
a
movie,
millionaire
bro.
though. He was a drug
Come
dealer,
on,
but he
bro.
was a
That
millionaire.
was a fake movie, bro. Use something real, bro. We
I'm
talking
using where
about
any drug
realistic
dealer in
stuff.
any big city. You're trying to say, oh, they had money, therefore they had the education of a 10-year-old. But yeah, they had money though. Who gives a
It
shit about a
doesn't
goddamn
matter. That's
Stacey
the whole
Kramer up
point.
there has $1 million, $1 billion?
Like, and it doesn't matter that you trying to make people
how
look a
come,
If
certain way.
Tabor,
Nonetheless,
Tabor,
that's what you work for.
Tabor?
if
How
speak,
come how come Kevin Samuels got so much hate from people on YouTube?
Didn't he have to switch up who he was before he blew up?
Help
he
me
He
started
with that.
tweeting
switched up
What
who
do
women,
he
you mean?
was, right?
What did he do?
Because I seen the way he dressed, the way his show was set up. It was a
He always,
difference.
no. He always dressed like that. He was
yeah,
always
Okay,
a
listen,
snack.
but his
Kevin,
setup, bro.
hold up. Kevin Samuels was always a snazzy
yes.
dresser. Always. He ain't never. You ain't never. I ain't never seen him in no oversized flea market basketball shit.
He switched up the way he pushed it, not pushed his kind. The way he presented himself online was completely different from where he was before he blew up, bro.
He did like a
Okay.
Charleston White. Then he changed it up a little bit.
How? Yeah. Hold up. Explain to me how, because I don't. I didn't see that.
Okay, let me tell you. So if you go back and see some of his old content, because I seen him before he blew up, bro. The colognes and the way he talked to
Yeah,
men about certain things, he was against a white wall. Then go look at what blew up. The way his setup was, it was more on some. It was more polished, bro. It was refined.
Okay,
The
but
but he
suits
put that
was.
Tabor,
effort in there. He put
Tabor,
the effort
he
in.
got bigger. He
Mhm.
changed
I didn't say he
his.
didn't, bro.
But no, you saying that he switched up on. What did he switch up on?
He changed his style up, bro. The way he presented himself to the world. I'm telling you.
In the
This
beginning,
listen.
I will agree with him, Platt.
Come on,
He
bro.
used to critique men, but then he won't get in no following when that is big. When he started critiquing the women, and they blew
Let
up.
me ask you this, KP. Why do black men have an issue with being critiqued?
Man,
Ego,
some of us don't, bro.
ego. Simple. Foolish pride and ego.
So if I critique black men and I'm trying to help black men,
Who this
they
nigga? Who
don't
this nigga?
care. They don't want to hear that. But hold on,
Nope.
hold on. But if I do a stream where I'm roasting black women and blaming it all on them, they want to hear that.
Yep. Yep.
Damn.
Because
Damn.
they want to hear you talk down to women. That's most niggas. Women been dogging them their
What?
whole
What?
life.
What?
So when
Why is
they hear
that?
somebody dog about, go ahead.
No, I'm asking you why. Why they want to hear me talk down? Why they want to hear somebody talk down on black women? Why?
Because
Because what black women been talking down on them.
Well, why don't they
That's why
talk
Fresh
back?
and Fit works. There's no need to. That's why Fresh and Fit works. That's why the
yep, that's
whatever
true. I give him that.
podcast
I give him
works.
that.
Anybody who's sitting down with a whole lot of women punching down on some girls who ain't really lived and out here thotting and plotting on their own accord, they got something to say. And you can look at any one of them dudes and tell, bro, you wasn't a certain way when you were younger. You're like most dudes when y'all were younger. Y'all wasn't getting no play. So now you got a setup and you can talk trash to them. That's the only way you can talk trash to them. Other than that, they're not in your face.
Okay, well, I got you on the supporters, okay, and I don't even disagree with that. But let's talk about what you said. You said you weren't getting no play. Okay, well, this I gotta disagree with you on it. Tabor, just because a nigga is ugly or white man, whatever you said, the whatever part, just because somebody is an unattractive person, that don't mean they weren't getting no pussy.
I didn't say that, bro. We not
Okay,
talking about just
all right.
getting pee from random chicks or however you want to really play it. We talking about getting it from the ones you want and hanging around them consistently on the daily, bro. Most of
You can
these
get it
dudes,
from the
when they
ones you
go ahead.
want. Tabor, you can get it from the ones you want.
I know I can't. I'm not talking about me, bro. I'm talking about these type of
No,
podcasts.
no, you
Go
threw it
ahead,
out
bro.
in
I'm
general.
listening.
You said these podcasters wasn't moving like that. I
They
disagree
wasn't,
because
bro.
that's because I disagree. Because see, you know what, Tabor, you don't realize you are empowering women the way you're talking. Because I'm telling you, man, they be fucking whatever, whenever,
I
Mhm.
know,
however.
bro.
So now
I
hold
know
up, they
how
can
it works.
stop, it, but I ain't gonna look at nobody on YouTube or wherever on social media and then make an assumption he wasn't really banging like he's
Man,
presented.
come on, bro.
Because
You
see,
see these dudes.
I know they do, man. No, I got you, boy. I'm with you on this. Women will fuck anything. We keep talking about women will fuck anything.
Yeah.
They got black dudes online talking about look maxing and fixing their hairline. And then they got some of us out here like myself that don't need to go fix my hairline. I'm cool with this baldy. I'm cool with this beard.
Yeah.
I'm confident in this body because I've always been for the most part.
Yeah.
Damn sure as a grown man. And I told you, I ain't had a relationship since 16. I still get P too. I don't have to conform to no chick. I can mess up a wet dream, G. I do it
But
all the time, talking
but
crazy.
the supposed idea that the women want is you keep hearing the whole 666 thing. 6 feet tall, six figures.
I'm 6'2". I make six figures.
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
all that.
So
I crush all that.
I'm saying, so that helps you for you getting pussy and shit. So
I was broke doing the same thing.
yeah, I
Okay,
admit this. I cracked
Tabor,
more. I
Tabor.
cracked more janks when I was in
Yeah.
my Jody days than when I got responsible in my 30s and started getting my money up.
Because that's the only thing that matter when you start to get older. If you really
Okay, okay,
if you really
but
weighing something out. Go ahead, bro.
okay, you can have your opinion, and you certainly, Tabor, you don't have to agree with me. I have a different opinion. YouTubers, social media, TikTokers. In my opinion,
Yep.
I think a lot of these dudes do get play like that.
Yeah, they do.
I think women grow up, cut them off. I think they might in their 20s, they had a lot of play with women. Maybe now they're 31, 32, 33, and women ain't fucking with them like that. So they're
Mhm.
They
speaking
had
from
some
that position.
decent play,
They're
bro.
speaking from that position of, being a look at Fresh CEO. You can talk about him all you want to, and he is tricking, but that's what he wants to do. He's smashing.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at
I ain't
Fresh
arguing that.
CEO. You can look at Fresh CEO and say, look at how he look. Well, you also saying women can't be bought, and you saying women won't. I know that's not true. They'll sleep with him.
Yeah, they look. Yeah, that's the one that look like. That's the African dude, right, Platt?
Yeah,
The
that's not.
Barbados dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Barbados.
yeah.
Myron is the fit one, and the fresh one is Fresh CEO.
Oh yeah. I'm just about that. Okay.
So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I afford these Negroes that. I do afford them that because I look at that as how women don't have no standards. But I do afford. I don't doubt it. Yeah. Hey man, I've smashed 500 women. I look at a dude like a Fresh CEO and say, I believe you. I
I'll
believe
say
it. I
But
believe you
how
because
was it before that?
that tells me these bitches don't have standards and they'll fuck anything. I agree with them.
but I'll say this, Platt, with the whole fresh and fresh and fit thing was they were guys that lost after you knew how they thought. Meaning, I've heard females we have a little kickback, play spades, and they'll talk about a guy, and say, "Oh, he was cute, but he's an asshole." After I heard what he was talking about, he dried it up for me. So it goes back to your personality, your character. You can be the best looking dude in the world, but if you show yourself to be a certain type of way, you turn a woman off. Same thing for me with a woman. I can say she's bad, got fat ass. Then I heard her talk. Oh hell no, never mind. Goes back to your personality and character.
That's
So
standards. What
you
you just
stand.
talking
So
about standards.
like we were saying, you still have to have accountability on your overall being of self, and can't just say, "Oh, it's because I'm black. They don't like me." No, they don't like you because of you.
Because of you. You ain't got no conversation. You ain't really that lit. Like you ain't fun
you
like
know,
that.
you come off ignorant. That's why they don't like you. They cool with me, and I'm black. They just don't like your ass. And people don't want to eat. And we talking about Kevin Samuels when he was critiquing the guys don't want to take the useful or whatever criticism. They get mad. I don't want to listen to that shit. I don't want to listen to that.
I don't want to go get more money. I don't want to
Yeah,
get a
because
career.
he's
I don't
telling the
want to up my
guys,
skills.
work on yourself and she'll come. The guy's like, I don't want to do that. That's too much work.
She should just love me for me.
Exactly. Thank me and Tabor are on the same page. Yeah.
Sound like a clown.
Yeah,
and what
but
woman wants a lazy
Sound
man like
you know
that?
what I'm saying? Like just
You know?
no,
ain't
Kevin.
got no ambition. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no ambition.
And look, and anybody who was around before he blew up, he was just like you, Tabor. He was on panels.
Yep.
He was on a panel talking to people, giving his thoughts and stuff, relationships. He just like everybody else, right? And then he went into some other stuff and he blew up. But
He found his niche.
the amount of hate that came behind him was
Oh Lord.
ridiculous. It was insane. And these were people who were supposed to. These were people supposed to be his friend. These were people who claimed they supported him. They were making streams. They was attacking him. And I said, I'm not standing on this.
That's what
And
happened, bro.
I'll take this to my grave. Kevin put some dudes on. He ain't put nobody on. Kevin put black people on, black men.
Yep, he did.
He did not put niggas on because he know what they about. And I applaud him on that. I was like, man, Kevin, just because he can make that money, you're smart. But Kevin know what a nigga is. He know how niggas act.
And the reason behind that, he was very self-aware. He was very self-aware. He had great emotional intelligence. Because he told you he used to work in like the high-end boutiques or stores, Bloomingdale type stores, trying to sell you on buying a certain watch or cologne or whatever. That's dealing with class, elegance, culture of knowing this certain type of product from this type of product. Oh, you know about that? Yes, I know. Oh, okay, this. Okay, he.
I think he worked at Macy's.
With Macy's, yeah. You had a regular job, but you still got to have some type of knowledge of the products you're selling, whatever, from the colognes, the women or men for perfumes, whatever. Fashion and stuff like that. He knows the products, clothing, whatever. Some guys, like you said, are just t-shirt and jeans, and a pair of Air Force Ones, which is cool to wear. I don't get a problem with that. Others like, no, you have to have a little bit more culture, class. The Devil Meets Prada just came out again. That type of stuff, because they say, oh, you're not putting in the class effort on improving yourself. That's how he was. He believed in class effort. But
he also spoke about how he didn't value himself a certain way when he was with the single mother. So he used to be a certain way. He spoke on that too. And some dudes are like that. But at the same time, once you get up, you can look down and say certain things. That's why I tell you, Platt, I don't trip on how another person is. It doesn't affect my life that you wear Jordans and some swap meet clothes. I don't care.
Come on, man.
It's not gonna stop me from putting the gas in my car or going to get me some money.
No, we're not even going. I don't know why you're going that far with it, but it matters to me. Look, Tabor, I'm a grown man though, Tabor. If I'm walking through the mall and I see 4-5 dudes and they have all that flea market shit on, I go the other way. I don't even want to deal with nobody like that.
I'm going where I was headed to go
There you
anyway.
go. I got you, man. I got you.
Whatever them boys got going on, man, that's what they got going on, man. I ain't stopping their motion because they can't stop mine on their best day.
Platt, do you consider them low vibrational if you see them in that flea market shit?
I just look at them as niggas.
You sound sedity, Platt. You sound
no, all that flea market shit. And you know what, KP? I got some of that at the house.
And that's Jay-Z told the guys, get 30 plus, put the jerseys up, get a button up.
No, I got you, and I get that part, but you know what? I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm going to the flea market. I'm gonna get me a Bronny James, 5X basketball.
It's 2002 all over again.
I'm gonna give me a Bronny James. They got it. I'm gonna get not LeBron, Bronny.
Get you some
Oh,
Anichi jeans with
and
the
get
big patch in the back.
and a sweatband and some wristbands. Like
Don't
I'm
forget the
playing
Nelly eye thing below your left eye.
some like I played for the Lakers.
I
Also,
it is
I say the brother, he put the headband on his neck.
Oh Lord.
I might put the headband on my neck, man.
Oh my God. Recently, just recently.
Nah, I saw that shit years ago, man.
I'm saying because you
That
saw it
man
recently.
had
That
that.
means he must have got a time machine and went back to like
No, he put
2005.
no, it wasn't Bronny James. No, he had on his flea market stuff, but he put the headband on his neck. I hadn't seen that, but it was cool. He had his fitted on.
Oh, he was fly. He was fly.
man. I don't understand why. Like I get the conversation, Plat, but my thing is why do black men think they get to police other black men, bro?
Our
Just
opinions.
I mean, you can have your opinion, but what makes you think your opinion has to hold the weight you think it's supposed to hold?
Well, what about the men? It's up to them. Wear what you want to wear. We can't stop
There's
you.
You right, cause some of us don't care that people would say like in the comments, right? The
Mhm.
sweatpants, the hoodies is childish. Okay, that's how you feel, G. Feel like
But
that.
some
How
of us
does that
do.
affect you?
Some of that does matter to people. You got a lot of people on YouTube who are just listening for information, and they can go whatever direction they want to go. But
Man, your
that's
best
called
bet is
life.
to be you.
well, I say this to
Your
poor.
best your best bet is to be you. You're gonna get further.
What I'm saying it be you, but don't you believe in
Go ahead, bro.
sometimes just experiencing and having exposure to other things, clothing wise? If somebody like a makeover, say, hey man, you don't have to dress in
Man,
swap meet shit all the time. You can put this on, see how you look. Wow, this is how I look in a suit.
I
Damn.
personally
I got
I
hold up to
personally
boy. I got hold
I'm
up to boy.
listening, bro.
I got a chick. I remember this. I had came from like I don't know if it was a funeral or something, a wedding, and I had on a suit. And I said, let me pull up in the joint. No, it was like after I got out of there, you know how you do your all of your parties and stuff. So I got out of there, I'm headed home, and I had on a suit. And I said, fuck it. I looked at the joint, I could see it from where I was going, and I said, hey, it's half full. Yeah, I pull up in there. And I said, give me a couple of drinks and leave. I went in there, man, 3 chicks, 3 dancers that I had been trying to get, but I couldn't get nowhere with.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them came up to me and said, I like you in your suit. I ain't giving
God,
I ain't giving no money.
see,
People like, damn, you should wear a suit more often. I like the way you look in your suit.
yeah.
I said, damn, I ain't know that. I said, I ain't never thought about coming in here dressed like this. But yeah,
You
you
look
see what
like
I'm
you a
saying?
CEO.
Yeah, no, you see what I'm saying? I'll go from no action
Yeah.
to now they talking about fucking with me. You see what I'm saying? All I
Hey,
did was put on a suit. So I can argue that, oh fuck you, you know, take me as I am, you know. I ain't doing. Why would I do that?
there's a reason why on Powered, all the women went for Ghost. Simple and plain.
Well,
Man,
He
you
knew
be
how to
he
watching.
went.
dress.
No, hold
They
on,
go
hold on,
for
hold on.
Ghost because he was a hood nigga first.
But he knew
He
how to
was hood
dress,
first,
though.
bro.
He knew
He
how to
was hood
dress.
first, bro.
Well, if
That's
he
what
was
most
dressed in
chicks
swap
want,
meet
bro. They
clothing, I
want
don't
the
think you get
hood.
the same.
They
Yeah.
want the hood dude that know how to dress and is a boss, bro.
You said it right there, though.
That's
Know how to
most chicks,
dress.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all women, Tabor?
A majority of them, they want the bad dude. That's why they
They
have
want
a baby with a dude that's bummy, but he know how to dress. He got a couple dollars. He can take a hot. He can't do the most, but they'll have his kid and have some sucker raising him.
there you go.
That's the game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man, I enjoyed this conversation, Platt. Tabor, it's been fun.
Hmm.
I let you, Platt.
I
What up,
got you,
bro?
man.
Good conversation.
And Tabor, I mean, you could have last word. We're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. We made
Man,
our point. We wanted to talk. Hold on. A secret to staying in control when you get pressed. We want to make our point about that and put that out there. People need that. If we can just save one person, if this stream one person gets confronted, and they don't try to explain, they don't try to get into this and that. They just get confronted and they look at them and they say, you know what? I'm not going to, I'm gonna embrace what they saying. When they accuse me of doing something, say, yeah, I did it. It's gonna throw them. I'm telling you, that's gonna throw them off. And then when they come at you and say, yo, man, you smashed my old lady. Yeah, I'm smashing your old lady. What? Hey, man, you smashed my old lady. Man, get out of my motherfucking face. Man, you don't. Hey, you ain't gonna do. Shut your ass up. You ain't gonna do nothing. When you do that to them, you take all that energy, because all of that is just to intimidate you. They're not trying to touch you. They don't want to harm. They want to intimidate you, though. So they want to accuse you of bad behavior, which they don't know if it's true or not. And I'm saying now, the best thing you right, somebody said, you should avoid niggas, period. You should, if you can. But if you can't, you got to know how to deal with them. Go ahead, Tabor. You can have last word.
To any man, bro, get you some money, dress how you want, move how you want, stay in your own lane, bro. Don't let nobody shame you into telling you what a grown man is. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Got you.
I
Like,
appreciate
share,
it.
support. Hey, man, do me a favor. Reach down there if you can. Subscribe to this channel. We trying to go over 10,000 subscribers. It's been forever. I'm the most hated. Platinum, I'm the most hated. I've been the most hated motherfucker. Niggas hate me on this shit. Bitch niggas, they hate me on this shit. If you want to help me with the hate, take me over 10,000 so they can eat their words. So they can eat their words.
Square base.
And we out of here, bro.
All right, bro.